Hey there, fight fans. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this episode of Combat Sports Talk. Welcome to Combat Sports Talk, a podcast dedicated to UFC and Bellator discussion, the MMA community, and combat sports in general. I'm your host, Ryan Smith, and joining me live for UFC 268 is George G Money Stallworth. What's up, my man?
What's going on, Combat Sports Talk Nation?
It is time, and we haven't done this since before the pandemic, but we are back. We are here at Title Boxing in Allen, Texas, and I am so glad that they decided to host us tonight.
Dude, what more can you say, man? We got two fights going tonight, as a matter of fact.
That's right. You got UFC 268. That's Kamaru Oozman versus Colby Covington, the rematch, and then you've got Canelo.
We're able to watch both on screen right now.
We got both on screen. Now, you guys can't see it because this is not a pirate stream, but we are going to be talking all night, and all you got to do is type your comments to us. We'll see it, we'll comment on it, and we'll let you know what we're watching. So if you aren't able to watch the fights for whatever reason, we'll let you know what's going on.
I like how you clarified that from the get-go. This is not an illegal stream.
Not an illegal stream. Don't come get us, Uncle Dana. Don't come get us, please. But talk to us. Chat in the chat box. Let us know what you think. We got Michael Chandler versus Justin Gaichi. First fight of the night. What?
Dude, who would have thought that you would put basically a main event on as your first fight of the night?
It's insanity. It is crazy that we have such a big fight for the first fight of the night. It's only going to get better after that because you've got Zhang Weili, we've got
Thug Rose,
Thug Rose, no hair, Nama Yunus. If you've been following our show, then you know what that means. And then you got Colby Chaos Covington,
Mr. King Cardio
versus Kamaru Oozman. A lot of in that.
A lot of K's in there, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of K's. Maybe too many, maybe three too many. But it's okay because we are ready for all of it. And we are here at Title Boxing in Allen, Texas. So if you're in the area, come on up. Come say hi. Come join us.
Fights.
Come watch the fights with us. Let's go. All right. So Justin Gaichi, he's in the where they're cleaning him up, putting the Vaseline on him, checking his fingernails, checking his mouthpiece, making sure he got a cup. We may need one.
So, out of the picks tonight, Gaichi and Chandler, who did you have again?
So, I got Justin Gaichi. I really think that, because Michael Chandler, as great as he's had a career in Bellator, I think that one of the things that we've got to think about the fact he's had two fights in the UFC. He had Dan Hooker, and then he had Charles Oliveira. Well, he's 1-1. So now we've got to work our way through the big names at the top of the lightweight division.
You know, this is actually a fight that was supposed to happen back in Bellator.
Really?
So, yeah, originally, Justin Gaichi, when he left, I think it was World Series of Fighting back then. It's now known as PFL.
Yeah.
He was going to come to Bellator, and that was the big fight. That was the big matchup that Scott Coker was looking at getting going. It's basically Justin's entry into Bellator.
Okay.
Fast forward a little bit. Justin didn't go to Bellator. He went to the UFC.
The UFC.
And now this fight is bigger than ever, I feel like.
Oh, man. This is a number one contender eliminator fight because whoever wins this fight, they've got the best claim for the winner out of Charles Oliveira and Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
Dude, that 155 division is so stacked.
So stacked.
Think about some of the guys these guys have beaten already. Michael Chandler, he beat Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker just had a fight the other,
Islam Makhachev.
Makachev. He's another one in that roster.
That's right.
There's just so many at 155, man. You got to keep your eye on that division no matter what.
It's the hottest division in the UFC right now. All right, we're looking at the tail of the tape. Bruce Buffer's getting ready to walk out, and there he is in his green, looks like money emblems all over his jacket. I know it's not, but from here where we're seeing it, Bruce Buffer is getting ready to announce the first fight of the night.
How about the fact that it is back at Madison Square Garden?
Madison Square Garden. This is the mecca of fights.
Yeah, technically when you think, but it's strange that the fact that, MMA was illegal in New York for so long.
The last state to get MMA.
So, I don't know, man.
Here we go.
Proper and fitting. That's all I can say.
All right. Well, it is awesome, and thank you so much for joining our stream. All you got to do is type to us, send us a message, and we'll react. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll let the whole world see what you have to say. So absolutely come in. Let us know what you're thinking. Michael Chandler's got his one arm raised. He just got announced on the fight. There it is. Okay.
So, again, who's your money on this one?
I got Justin Gaichi. Who you got?
I don't remember who I picked, but I think I picked Chandler.
We can go back and look at the run sheet and see what you picked. All right. So.
All right, folks. Justin Gaichi's being announced right now. Your boy Bruce Buffer is in rare form, as always.
As always.
That jacket he has on is pimpalicious.
It is pretty nice. All right, let's see what we got here.
So, Trevor Whitman has 3 fighters fighting on this card tonight.
There was some talk about whether or not he is the hottest coach right now in the UFC.
Well, I can tell you how difficult it is to have multiple fighters on the same card and trying to coordinate, enough attention for each of those fighters. And each of these is one of the, all of these fighters fighting tonight, this is one of the highest profile fights they're ever going to have in their careers, man, when you think about it.
Absolutely.
So, that's a lot of pressure on a coach.
100%. You actually have Michael Chandler in this fight. That's on wax.
All right.
So,
is it too late to make a change?
Nope. I mean, yes, it is.
All right, just
too late to make a change.
Michael Chandler, let's get it, baby.
All right, here we go. All right, they just entered the center of the ring. Here we go. One quick leg kick. It missed by Justin Gaichi. They're just staring at each other, sizing because they're up. Ooh, quick jab by Michael Chandler. It lands.
So Mike's trying to find his range on him already because
and he's
Mike
throwing bombs.
Is really, really low in his stance.
Yeah.
And he's quick with it as well. He's really, really wide, so he's not really worried about the takedown right now.
Yeah, that Justin's leg kicks, he's really trying to land that leg kick. Michael Chandler's throwing that big overhand right. He is trying to land it.
No feeling out process whatsoever.
No, they are fighting.
Here.
They don't like each other, man.
I didn't know that. I know it was supposed to happen quite some time ago, but
well, Justin Gaichi really amped up the promo talk. Man, I'm really scared that Justin Gaichi's going to get caught with that right hand. We're going to see if he can take it.
Well, you see, Mike is really loading up, looking to throw a power shot.
Yeah.
But that kick was a strong kick.
Yeah, it was. But no serious damage just yet. Michael Chandler, he's just an inch out.
And then he fires.
There's something wrong with Justin Gaichi, man.
Justin's been rocked.
That left knee.
We've seen it twice now.
Yep.
Justin's looking a little chinny right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Justin's in trouble.
Michael Chandler is being a predator right now.
He's headhunting right now.
Oh, a teep to the face on top of that.
Oh, dude, there is a problem with Justin Gaichi.
I don't know. He just backed off a little bit. I think he's
got a leg injury right now, to be honest.
He walked into that right hand of Michael Chandler.
That left leg looks like it may be injured. Michael Chandler knows it, and he keeps kicking it. But Justin Gaichi keeps throwing the 1-2. There's something wrong with that leg, though.
There's definitely a balance issue going on with Justin right now.
Justin's
and Michael's doing the smart thing. He's constantly attacking that.
He's
he
working that knee.
There's a problem
Absolutely.
And going after it. The other thing that Michael's doing really well, though, is that right hand, man. He's landed at several big shots already.
Yeah.
And this is literally like within the first 2 minutes of the first round.
Right. So, he's landing it. Michael Chandler is looking like the fresher fighter. He's winning this round right now. But Justin Gaethje's trying to get back. His stance is way closed now. Look how close his feet are in his stance versus Michael Chandler.
I do see what you're saying. I don't know. Justin has always been seen as a little chinny at first and gets touched a lot.
Yeah.
But he did get.
But that was a big left hook by Justin Gaethje. Yes.
That right hand again. I told you.
Hand. Gonna turn him into a wrestler. Oh man, Michael Chandler is teeing off.
Another left hook by Gaichi though. Chandler is dropping his hands and taunting Gaichi right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he sure is.
I think Chandler feels like he's got his timing on him.
Chandler's throwing the
he's
knee.
Wobbly. It's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It's almost over. We got 2 minutes, 13 seconds left, but Justin Gaethje's fighting his way back. These guys are bloody now. Big uppercut by Justin Gaethje. Almost turned.
Now we want to wrestle.
Now he's wrestling. Michael Chandler's wrestling. We got a plum clinch. Elbow to the knee, elbow to the head. Justin Gaethje is still in this, though. That's the thing.
Gaethje is game, man. He need to change his name to Justin Game Gaethje.
Justin Game. Now they're clinching, trying to establish position.
So
Michael Chandler may gas.
Keys to victory right here. Chandler should go back to striking, not
Absolutely.
try to wrestle right now.
Don't try to wrestle.
He was winning the striking exchanges. This right now is giving Justin a chance to catch his breath,
Right,
to
recover.
recoup. And
That's
on
right.
top of that, he's doing damage to Michael right now.
Yeah, there's a big uppercut right there by Justin Gaichi. Justin also throwing the elbow right to the forehead, man. Another one by Justin Gaichi, left hook.
Another problem I'm seeing here is Chandler has gotten a little cocky and really is walking around with his hands down.
Yeah, and Chandler's throwing these big bombs now. He may have gassed himself. His hands are way low. And I don't see it. It's not as crisp. Those punches aren't as crisp anymore.
This first round looks like a third
big
round.
uppercut. Big uppercut by Justin Gaichi. Big overhand right. Moved Michael Chandler out of the way.
I think
They're standing. Go ahead.
Michael Chandler is really reconsidering. He's having second thoughts about some of his actions right now.
Yeah,
man.
I
I'm not
think
saying he's broken, but he's like, hey, I think you're right. He might be a little gassed. We got 40 seconds left in this
40
round, ladies and
seconds.
gentlemen. And right now, Justin Gaichi is launching a comeback.
Oh, another big uppercut. Oh, now who's wrestling? Michael Chandler tried to wrestle, but Justin Gaichi sprawled and got out of the way, and now he's going back to the leg kick.
Back to those keys of victory, man. Chandler's corner needs to tell him, stop, come back out, and let's strike. Let's
Just
throw long
strike.
strikes,
Mhm.
and let's leg kick. Lots of leg kicks.
To
ladies
that
and
left
gentlemen.
leg. That left leg looks compromised.
Yeah.
But it looks like Justin Gaethje's going to – this is a close round. This is a real close round. I was going to say that it's clear that Michael Chandler was winning the first round, but now Justin Gaethje's looking like the crisper fighter.
I don't know about crisper, but it definitely was one of the most interesting rounds we've ever seen.
Wow. Okay, so who do you
That
score?
was a fire round.
Yeah.
I still give that round to Michael Chandler. I think he did more damage from the initial. We saw Justin visibly damaged. Towards the end, to me, more so it looked like Chandler was just gassed.
I think that it's a fair pick. So I think we'll go with Michael Chandler winning the first round.
Okay.
But I don't know if he's gonna make it out.
Using that Combat Sports Talk scoring criteria.
Oh man, the action is going too fast to do the scoring criteria, to be honest.
Boom.
So now we're looking at the
nice.
highlights. Nice quick jab, got him. Overhand right, but Justin Gaethje came back. Big overhand right, just clocked
This
him.
is
Two.
a fire fight, ladies and gentlemen.
He tried to throw a flying knee. That was ill-advised. That takes energy. When you don't land a flying knee, that takes energy.
Definitely towards the end of that round, Gaichi launched a decent comeback, and I feel like he was close to pulling that round back off.
All right, round number 2. Here we go.
So Chandler comes back out in that wide stance, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I don't think either of these two guys want to wrestle. I wouldn't say that they negate each other out in wrestling, but we just from that first round, we saw they want to strike with each other. They want to do damage. They want to punch each other in the face.
Right.
Gaethje's starting to establish his range a little bit.
Yep.
Mike's being quick to the draw and pulling back.
Yep. Nice little jab. Chandler's got a good jab to set up that overhand.
That's what I was about to say. I think his right, though, is the money maker in this so far.
Yeah.
So a lot of the exchanges we're seeing right now, too, also are taking place directly in front of each other.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of angle cutting. There's no attempts at takedowns, anything like that. It is literally, ladies and gentlemen, they are standing in front of each other, and it's rock'em sock'em. Michael Chandler is jabbing Gaichi repeatedly back-to-back. Gaethje's launching a leg kick or two, but Chandler is really pumping that jab. And I think that is going to be another key to the victory. We talked about him using that to set up the overhand right.
Right.
So if he could just touch, establish the range with that jab, and then bust that right, he'll be in good shape. Nice
Big
uppercut from Gaichi, though.
Big uppercut.
Gaethje is throwing this one particular punch. It's almost like a slap/slash overhand right. His hand's already kind of extended out there, and then he drops it in there. And it's been a little short a couple of times, but I think he's going to find a range on it as he just landed that left hook and an uppercut.
Big uppercut.
Ladies and gentlemen,
big
Michael
uppercut
Chandler on his back.
By Justin Gaethje.
Shelling up. Referee is looking at it. He's trying to get up. He shoots again.
Yeah.
Gaethje sprawls on him, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Gaethje's arm is stuck under Michael a little bit, so right now Gaethje's just pummeling the body a little bit.
Yep.
Gaethje is really hanging on to that leg, trying to recover.
Yep.
He's getting to his knees. He's going to try to maybe tripod up just a little bit.
Yeah, right now just stand up. He's rocked. Don't let him recover. That's the thing.
So the thing for Gaichi to do here is to go ahead and let him stand up.
Yeah.
You know, he's not doing much damage to him right now because he's shelled up.
So there was a big uppercut from Justin Gaichi. Michael Chandler is split open. There's blood on the mat now. And so he went to wrestle. Now they're right in the middle of the ring.
So, yeah, like I said, the mistake right here, Gaichi needs to let him up. You're letting him rest. He's getting a breath. He's over here looking at the clock, worried about what time it is. You're letting him take too long to breathe and catch his breath.
If you're not going to go for some type of choke right here, maybe a darce or some other type of your darce is open, yeah?
It's definitely there.
So maybe you get a rear naked choke or something like that. There we go.
Now
We're
we
standing
go.
up.
Stood up and back at it, ladies and gentlemen. Chandler comes back out with that jab to open it up.
Yep.
And Gaichi, once again, is looking for that right hand.
He's looking for a big shot here. But Michael Chandler is looking worse for wear here.
Honestly, I feel like that time on the ground was enough to allow him to recover quite a bit.
He probably did recover.
And again, Chandler's got his hands down.
Yeah.
Egging Gaichi on. Oh, nice uppercut, rear uppercut from Michael Chandler.
Yeah, but
you can tell he is visibly wobbled.
He
is not in the best condition right now.
That was a nice little touch by Justin Gaichi, and now he wants to wrestle. Now he's wanting to wrestle. Chandler is losing right now, for sure. He's turtling up. He's putting his hands up like that. Hands are down. He's gassed out, dude. He's got to be gassed.
You know, I don't necessarily look at the hands down thing as being gassed. A lot of guys lure you in. You know, it's bait.
Yep.
Speaking of bait, they're both on the ground
but
for no reason whatsoever.
Getting up. Look how slow he's getting up, man. So Michael Chandler just went for a big right hand by Justin Gaichi here.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of damage being doled out in this fight.
All right. Here we go.
Nice body shot from Chandler.
Chandler's still throwing body shots.
Oh, but that right overhand, it touched him, but it wasn't clean as he wanted.
It was glancing. But Chandler's throwing punches. He's still in it. Maybe I'm wrong about him being gassed.
No, I do think he's tired as I don't know what, but I don't necessarily see the hands down necessarily as such a bad thing, especially when guys are going at it like this.
Throw that uppercut again,
You can
though.
throw some weird angle punches with your hands coming from low.
Throw that uppercut again. You get him again. Because Michael Chandler's leaning so far. Look at that head. His uppercut was almost there.
Gaichi is head hunting.
He's looking for that uppercut.
Nice right hand from Chandler. Backs Gaichi up a little bit. Gaichi turns and looks the other way. I think he says he got eye. Yeah. Oh, and he slapped away Michael's hand. Gaichi is not having it, ladies and gentlemen. He feels this is an effort for for Chandler to gain some time to recover.
Right.
Gaichi says he's all right and wants back in.
All right, end of round number 2.
All right.
It could be 1-1 right now. It could be 1-1.
Who would you give that round to?
Justin Gaichi.
Why?
The knockdown.
Okay.
I mean, the uppercut knockdown, the damage. Clearly, Michael Chandler's strikes were not as clean as they were in the first round.
Dude, they started the night off with this fight. Like, what else can you go but
up? We're gonna go up from here.
Yeah. So speaking of the night, we got Zhang Wei Li on the card.
Yep.
Rose Thug Namajunas.
Yep.
And then of course, Cardio Colby.
Man, it don't get any better than this, dude. It really doesn't.
And Kamaru Oozman.
The Nigerian Nightmare.
The Nigerian Nightmare. But he's more, I feel like because of Colby, he's more known now as Marty Fake News.
You think so?
I'm just saying. When I think of him now, I do hear that in the back of my head.
Wow.
I'm just saying. Don't get me wrong. I want Kamaru to win. I'm just saying that name has almost become synonymous with him now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back into the third round, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, third round.
Gaichi is taking the center of the octagon. Chandler is back and bouncing a little bit. So about to see what's happening here a little bit. Gaichi with the inside leg kick. Both fighters with their hands up a little bit more now, engaging the distance, trying to find that range. Gaichi jabs Mike as he steps in, glancing blow. Mike jabs back and takes a leg kick from Gaichi and spins around as a result, ladies and gentlemen. Chandler switches stances now. Look for the inside leg kick coming here in 3, 2. Oh, he switched stance again. Cuts over to his right. So finally we're seeing some angle takes or some angle changes coming from one of these fighters. Gaichi is again in the center of the octagon. Chandler's trying to do a better job of at least taking some angles and finding some different ways to attack.
That's right.
I'm really liking this overhand cross / overhand that Gaichi is throwing. It's like a slap almost though.
Right.
It makes sense because of like the level changes that Chandler's doing. That he's going to catch him with that at some point. It's like he's going to walk into it and catch him on the chin.
Here we go.
Nice little jab to the body from Gaichi. Boom! That uppercut lands once again. Chandler backs out of it though. Leg kick. Look for that uppercut.
So I hear them saying this could be a 10-8.
Ooh, nice right hand again. Gaichi and that right hand are really getting sniperish, man.
Yes, he is.
Oh, nice left hook from Gaichi. Oh, and the right leg kick. And that upper hand and another left hook. Oh, my God. Chandler eggs him on, though, ladies and gentlemen.
Another right hand.
That's that slap hook I'm telling you about, man. It kind of looks like a Stockton slap when you think about it. Gaichi definitely is appearing to be the fresher of the two fighters right now, and he's touching more.
Absolutely.
Oh, we got a shot from Michael Chandler.
Michael
He picks
Chandler.
Gaichi up and a duck.
Oh, but
Gaichi
Justin
reverses.
Yes, he did, and gets the back. Look at that. Michael Chandler, welcome to the UFC. He's gonna try to spin. So right now, Justin Gaethje's got his arms around Michael Chandler's pushed up against the cage. Justin Gaethje still has his back. I think Michael Chandler's going to try to spin, but we've got a body lock right now, Justin Gaethje. And Justin Gaethje's fine for being in this spot right now because I think he's winning the fight. Chandler's clearly tired.
Well, Gaichi did the right thing, let him off and go back to striking.
And he's
those
going
are the
for that big
exchanges
hooks.
that you're winning with.
Yeah.
Let's keep that ball rolling.
Right.
And if you look at the damage on these fighters' faces, man, you can tell this is a knockdown, drag-out war.
Oh, this is going to be
nice
fight of the night.
Nice leg kick again.
Yep.
I don't know, man. We got so many fights on this card that are going to be fire.
Looks like Chandler might be getting the best of Gaichi again. Gaethje's backing up. Gaethje. Oh,
that right hand.
Big right hand by Justin Gaethje backs up Michael Chandler. Right as Michael Chandler looks like he's getting the best of Justin Gaethje.
Oh, nice teep, but at the same time he took a jab to the face as a result.
Now Michael Chandler is backing up.
Nice knee from Chandler,
big
but he
left
takes the
hook.
left hook.
Another
nice.
jab. Another right hook. Michael Chandler is just taking damage.
Ladies and gentlemen, these two men are warriors.
Yeah. Just right now, man, Justin Gaethje is just teeing off on Michael Chandler right now, and Michael Chandler is just walking through these big, heavy punches, saying, "Come on, give me another one." Then he throws a big jab, backs up Justin Gaethje. This is a war, dude. 1 minute left in the fight.
I'm interested to see how many actual strikes were thrown and landed.
This is unbelievable, guys. Fight of the night candidate, fight of the year candidate, and this is the first fight of the card.
Yep. And both of these fighters know it too. They're playing to the crowd.
40 seconds left, guys. They're just staring at each other. They're just looking at each other. This is Justin Gaethje's fight to lose. I think he's done enough. Michael Chandler is throwing spinning kicks and all kinds of stuff.
Nowhere near Gaichi though.
25 seconds left. Justin Gaethje's inching closer. Michael Chandler's backing off. Michael's trying to do something because I think he knows he's got to win this fight. He's got to end this fight with a knockout.
I don't think Mike's really trying to do anything. I think this is just subterfuge. There's nothing there. There's no pop on anything. He was actually backing up.
9 seconds, 8 seconds. Got to do something. 4, 3, 2.
And time.
That's
ladies
it.
And gentlemen.
All right.
That was a fire.
What a fight. What a fight.
Dude, and that's the start of the
Just the start. So who do you have winning the fight?
I got to get that one to Gaichi, man.
I think Gaichi won that fight.
But we're in Madison Square Garden. We don't know what the judging will really be like.
You would think that two places where you could get good judges, Las Vegas and New York City. You would think.
strangely enough, the opposite always seems to happen.
Well, I can tell you one place where you can't get good judges.
Where's that?
Texas has gotten the reputation now of being a place where you can't get a good result from the judges.
But we're talking about UFC fights, I take it.
UFC specifically,
But
yes.
typically what happens is these judges are coming in from other locations. They're not Texas judges.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So literally, these are like the same people we argue about all the time as judges showing up here in Texas to judge these fights. They just happen to be on this commission's list of judges.
Well, all I got to say is that then they must be getting a little bit too much of that Tex-Mex, a little bit too much of that frozen margarita.
Oh, nice.
So we're looking at replays now of the fight. Justin Gaichi came on in the second and third round. Of course, Michael Chandler looked like he was going to win in the first round. I thought maybe Justin Gaichi, we're going to still see if Justin Gaichi suffered a leg injury. I think he fought through some type of a leg injury.
I was going to say it wasn't evident in the second and third round at all. Like I didn't see his movement compromised anymore or anything like that.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So here we go. They're still talking to each other. Look like whatever hatchet they, whatever things that they had between them, they buried the hatchet now. They're smiling. They're talking. Here we go with the result. Justin Gaichi versus Michael Chandler. All right. Let's see what we got here. By the way, we are Combat Sports Talk. Follow our podcast. Go out to our website. Check us out. 29-28, 29-28, 30-27.
Wow. Justin Gaichi.
Unanimous decision victory. Justin Gaichi.
It's a good fight.
Big Justin Gaichi.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Wins the first fight, wins the fight against Michael Chandler. So there you go, guys. What do you think? What do you think for this win? Hopefully you got a good sense, if you're not watching the fight with us, you got a good sense of the action that was going on. Justin Gaichi, Michael Chandler, rock'em sock'em. There wasn't a lot of finesse. It was straight through each other, head to head.
Dude, that was a phenomenal fight.
What a fight.
Going back now, looking through some of the card from earlier just to get an overview of some of those fights.
Yeah.
One we didn't get to touch on was that Alex Pereira fight. He fought Andreas Michailidis.
We'll go with that.
Normally I get you to pronounce the name. So.
Well, you know what? Hey, kid, thanks so much for subscribing. Appreciate it.
So Alex Pereira won his fight, his UFC debut tonight, man. And if you're not familiar with him,
tell them who he is.
Alex Pereira is coming out of Glory Kickboxing. He is the guy that's beaten Israel Adesanya, not
Two
once
times.
but twice. Once by KO, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
So keep your eye out on that one, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight was his UFC debut.
Correct.
I'm really interested to see what his career is going to look like and what the trajectory will be. And hopefully, at some point, we'll see an Adesanya-Alex Pereira fight.
Man, fingers crossed. That's going to be a great fight. Now, here's the thing, though. The UFC is cultivating Alex Pereira. So the fighter that they gave him was primarily a striker. He had some wrestling, and we saw early on in the fight that Andreas Michailidis tried to get this fight to the ground. And maybe he was even winning, but flying knee kick to the face changes that. 100%. So knee to the face, and that pretty much ended the fight. Now we're seeing people.
Is that Patty?
That's Patty Pimblett, Patty the Batty. We got Michael Bisping out there in the audience tonight. Let's see who else. I can't read that.
I can't tell who that is.
I don't know who that is. That's the DAV crowd unit. So that's the UFC is a very big sponsor of the armed forces and organizations that support those warriors who return and need help and things like that. The UFC has always been a very big supporter of that, and so those guys are representatives of an organization that cares for disabled veterans.
Okay, got it now.
So we're getting ready to go to fight number 2. Shane Burgos versus Billy Quarantino. This is going to be a hot fight too.
Who'd you have in this one?
Let's check the run sheet. See what we have here.
Pretty sure I had Shane.
I can tell you who you had in the Justin Gaichi fight.
Yeah, I know who I had too.
We all are on Shane Burgos tonight.
All right.
So everybody's picking Shane Burgos. But I tell you this, Billy Quarantillo is a fighter. I mean, this guy is not a punk. Like, he could very well win this fight. But I like Shane Burgos. He's just so gritty.
I do. And his last outings have all been pretty good outings as well. So
memorable.
There's something about, building on your successes.
Right.
That forward momentum means a lot.
Yeah. Now, you do remember Shane Burgos. You got to check the record to see if Shane Burgos' last fight was against Edson Barbosa. Because remember the Edson Barbosa fight. Shane Burgos lost. He was in it to win it. They were going back and forth. And then what happened was Edson Barbosa landed this crazy punch. And it took like 2 seconds, 3 seconds before Shane Burgos reacted to the punch.
I do remember that. You're absolutely right. His last 2 outings, he's lost. Both the Edson Barbosa and Josh Emmett.
Yeah. So here's a funny story. You got to go back and hear it. I think he might have been on Joe Rogan's podcast. But he was talking about getting knocked out by Edson Barbosa because it was a crazy knockout. They took him to... This fight took place in Houston, so they took him to the hospital in Houston to get checked out. Now, Houston Medical Center, I grew up in the Houston area. Houston Medical Center has a ton of hospitals. But the one you don't want to go to is the county hospital, Ben Taub. Ben Taub is where the UFC took the fighters. So that same night was the night where... Jacare, I think it was Jacare, got his arm broken. Mm-hmm. So Jacare got his arm broken, so he's sitting in the ER. Shane Burgos got knocked out in this crazy way, so we didn't know what was going on with Shane Burgos. They had to sit in the emergency room for 3 hours before they were seen.
Wow.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because 3 gunshot wounds came in before them.
Right before them.
So he said it was so crazy to be sitting in the ER and a gurney comes in with an EMT sitting on a guy's chest, pumping, doing chest compressions because he had a gunshot wound.
Wow.
And he's like, I'm just here for an MRI just to check me out, see if I'm okay.
I'm good.
I'm good. So that was just a funny story because he was like, why did they take me to that particular hospital? So this is really exciting. All right. So who do you guys have? Type in your box. Let us know. Chat with us. Let us know who you have in this fight. Shane Burgos or Billy Quarantillo. Is it Billy?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Billy Quarantillo. Shane Burgos, Billy Quarantillo. Who you got? So Kid Leahy said, you never want to go to any county hospital. So we're here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. That's Parkland. you don't want to go to Parkland. Okay, we got Wendy Smith here. What's up, cuz? Shane Burgos for knockout.
Wow.
So right. Wendy's got Shane Burgos for knockout. All right. Well, we're gonna see soon enough. We got Megan O'Leary. Megan O'Leary's giving us a report from backstage. So we're just waiting right here.
So I'm looking at Billy Quarantillo.
Yeah.
Basically, his streak in the UFC since he's been here, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins, 1 loss.
5 that's really good. That's really good. Maybe we made the wrong pick. Looks like the only fight that he's lost was a unanimous decision versus Gavin Tucker.
A couple of fights by knockout, and the rest of them were submissions.
All right.
2 decisions, and one of those decisions was a loss.
All right,
and
representing the blue corner.
Making his way to the ring, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Billy Quarantillo. Man, this is going to be an interesting fight though, because what I wasn't aware of is that he's got a lot of submissions. You got a submission, a couple of TKOs by punches. I think this fight's going to be a stand-up fight. What do you think?
I don't know enough about Billy to really say. I know in his early career, he definitely was submission heavy. As he's progressed, though, it looks like his striking has gotten better, but he still has those submissions in his arsenal. So
all right.
I wouldn't be surprised if we do see this go to the ground.
All right. Well, while we're here, let's go ahead and talk about who's hosting us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is Title Boxing in Allen, Texas. So go and check Title Boxing, Allen, Texas, and give it a look. You know, this is a place where, you know, they call it like the hour of power. You can burn up to like 1,000 calories in just an hour punching on a heavy bag.
They've got some great trainers here, ladies and gentlemen. I used to be an actual trainer here. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah, well, I did, because I met you as a Title Boxing.
Yeah. So they're located here in Allen, Texas. The address is 503 West McDermott, the Suite 100. They're in the same complex as the Fitness Connection here, right off of Highway 75, ladies and gentlemen. So if you get a chance, come out and check them out. Ask for Anna, ask for Nicole, ask for Sean. The first class is free, ladies and gentlemen. Also, while you're at it, I think they've got some really nice Black Friday deals coming up.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken. And that might also include membership. Anna, if you don't mind, come here right quick. Well, I guess not. But like I said, right now, look for the Black Friday deals, ladies and gentlemen. Reach out to Anna, reach out to Nicole, reach out to Sean. There's some great people. Come out, try a class. You'll have a great time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I can tell you that when I was training, I lost 50 pounds here at Title Boxing. So definitely come and check them out. Thank them. I want to thank them so much for letting us do the show live here at their facility.
Absolutely. I mean, what better can you ask for? We got both fights on tonight. We're
I know.
watching both the Canelo fight and UFC 260.
Man, it's like old Milwaukee. It doesn't get any better than this.
So, making his way to the ring right now, ladies and gentlemen, is Shane Burgos.
Shane Burgos.
Again, all of us picked Shane Burgos on this one, and I think who Billy was.
Well, you know, I've seen Billy Quarantino fight, and so it was a tough. If you go back, I was wavering. I was wavering because I've seen Billy fight. He's a game opponent. You can see he's 5-1 in his last 6 outings. Most of those are KO punches. So we're going to see whether or not he's going to be able to do the damage that we saw in the last fight.
You know, and both of these guys are coming out the 145 division. We talked about the 155 earlier, how stacked it was.
Yeah.
145 is not a slouch either, man.
True.
Literally, you got some killers there.
Yeah, let's talk about it real quick. So, of course, the champion of the 145-pound division is Alex Volkanovski, right?
Correct.
And so you've got Alex Volkanovski, so that means you got Brian Ortega, you got Max Holloway, you know, you got Jose Aldo, which we all thought he was like 400 years old. Turns out he's like 33. You know, so he's still there. You got Marlon Moraes. Who else you got at 145?
You got somebody threatening to come to 145.
Who's that?
Triple C.
Triple C coming to
He
145.
wants to fight Alex.
I mean, yeah, he wants to fight Alex, but I don't think the UFC is really interested in having him come back.
I don't know, man.
Well, 145 is stacked. Of course, 155 is stacked. Of course, 170. 170 is stacked, even though right now we see less out of 170 because Kamaru Oozman's beating them all.
I'm claiming that as my new division now.
What?
I was teasing. I said I'm claiming that as my new division.
Right.
now.
So George recently fought at Oklahoma Kickboxing Championships at 170. Your very first fight at 170.
Yeah.
Normally you fight at 185, right?
And or 205.
205. Man, if you could fight at 205, you could eat more wings.
I eat good at 205. But strangely enough, I've been eating good here at 170, man.
Man.
Literally, like today, all I put back on is maybe 10 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So, doing good. Feeling good
Awesome.
with it.
All right.
I'm going to hang out here for a while.
Okay, so here we go. Shane Burgos just got announced. Yeah, so Baphomet Illuminati says Shane's coming off a 2-bout losing streak. He is, and you know that last one versus Edson Barbosa, he was in it. He was in it, and then he got caught. He got caught.
It happens. It happens. I would be the one to say that.
All right, the fight has gone on. So,
Nice
Shane
uppercut from
Burgos
Billy
is in
Quarantillo.
white trunks. Billy Quarantillo is on blue trunks. Big overhand, just missed. Billy Quarantillo is so fast. So, a lot of activity coming from Billy. What you got?
This is one of those fights where both of these guys are trying to break into the top 10 in the divisions.
Mm-hmm.
I think Shane is ranked like number 14 right now. Billy, I don't think is ranked at all.
Yeah.
Or is at least not in that top 15 or so.
Uh-huh.
And so whichever one of these fighters comes out on top, I would suspect that they're probably going to be breaking into the top 10. Nice inside leg kick from Shane Burgos.
Yep.
He might have touched the cup, so he slaps hands with Billy.
Yep.
Billy throws a nice rear
Big
uppercut and a rear knee, ladies and gentlemen, a jumping rear knee on that.
Yeah.
That jab slash overhand right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, very little filling out process in this fight. These guys are already up and at it. Shane Burgos backs him up to the cage.
Yep.
Billy's throwing some simple strikes in order to go ahead and free up and get that underhook.
Yep.
Gets the underhook, starts to pry open
the body lock, right? So yeah, Shane Burgos got the body lock, foot stomp, really trying to keep Billy on that cage. Now, what's the benefit of keeping your opponent on the cage like that, grappling with them? Is that
they're carrying your weight? You're putting your weight on them. You're making them tired, and on top of that, it's a more dominant position. You're able to throw better strikes from there as opposed to having your back to the cage itself.
Okay. So back to the middle of the ring, Billy Quarantino with a left, straight left there, jab. Big overhand right, misses by Billy Quarantino. Quick pump and jab by Shane Burgos, right in the middle of the ring.
That right hand from Billy Quarantino has been nice tonight, both the rear uppercut and the overhand right when he throws it, ladies and gentlemen. And Shane Burgos has slipped the wrong direction into it twice at least that I've seen so far.
Yep. Now, Billy's just pumping that jab. You can see a little bit of redness on Shane Burgos' face. Big.
That's that rear uppercut.
That rear uppercut. Yep. It still hasn't landed yet, but when it does, I think it could be lights out.
There's been a couple that have landed, and that's why he's continuing to throw it. The other thing he's thrown and landed is switching that uppercut to the overhand. So I think both of those are money shots for him tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Look for him to continue down that streak.
Very good. So lots of jabs being thrown, just a feeling out process. I still think Billy Quarantino is getting the best of the exchanges so far. Lots of strikes landing. Nice check kick on the he checked the leg kick.
I don't know if I would call it a true check.
Okay. He lifted his leg. It didn't do the damage that it wanted to do, right?
What you said. We'll agree to disagree.
All right.
No, you're right. It didn't do damage in that sense.
Yeah.
But it definitely wasn't I wouldn't consider
true
it a
check. Okay.
Yeah.
Now Shane
he
Burgos
just got it out of the way is what I feel more
looks like he's got a little bit of bleeding out of his nose. Definitely red in the face, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Billy is doing a good job of using his jab to create the distance that he needs to throw that uppercut as well as that overhand, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
He's using that jab to find the range, and then he throws it. Billy just shot in for a takedown. I'm not quite sure why. I felt like he was getting better at the striking.
Winning the striking.
Exchange.
Yeah, wide grapple. There's about a minute left in the first round. All right, Shane Burgos reversed, and now he's got Billy Quarantino up against the cage. Foot stomps.
So again, this goes back to what I was talking about earlier. The last thing you want to do is shoot on somebody like that and then turn around and have your back up against the cage.
Right.
And carrying that fighter's weight.
Yep.
That uppercut.
Oh.
But I think that's more so a slip than.
Yeah. So Billy went down for just a moment. They think everyone's saying it's a slip, but the way. Yeah.
Nice overhand right from Billy again.
Doesn't look like Billy is feeling any negative effects. So maybe it was a slip. All right, here we go.
Nice body shot from Shane Burgos, ladies and gentlemen. Shane does look like he's taking quite a bit of damage, man. Both fighters are a little bloodied up right now.
Yeah, but I think the blood on Billy is Shane's blood.
Yeah. So now Billy's got Shane's back up against the cage as the round comes to an end.
All right.
And Shane Burgos picks up his mouthpiece.
Yeah, I think Billy Quarantino is winning this fight, at least round number 1.
I give him that.
All right. So between rounds, what are some of the things that you saw from Shane Burgos that you thought was interesting?
I like the use of his jab as an entry itself. I feel like he needs to follow up with shots after that, though. He's pumping that jab out there, but he's not using it to really set shots up just yet.
Okay.
on the other hand, Billy is doing that. He's pumping that jab out there, and then he sticks you with that rear uppercut or slides that overhand onto you.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I've seen at least twice now tonight where Shane actually slipped in the wrong direction and ate the shot even worse as a result.
Right. Well, talk about Billy Quarantino. So, you said you hadn't seen a whole lot of him in the past. What do you think about him now?
Game fighter. I don't know if I'm on his hype train just yet, but this fight is pretty interesting as well, ladies and gentlemen. We had a barn burner the last fight, so it's hard to follow up after that.
We are so spoiled.
I can't say that this one is boring by any shot.
We are so spoiled.
Back out and at it, ladies and gentlemen, and again, no filling out process. Billy Quarantillo with the overhand right.
Yeah, almost like Shane Burgos doesn't know quite what to do with Billy Quarantino.
Well, I think it's that pace too. So after that last fight, and if anyone has any idea the kind of pace that was going on in there, these two come out and they're setting that same kind of pace, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
These are some high pressure fights going on.
Yeah, they're talking about. I mean, you've heard them say this is a fight in a phone booth.
Yeah.
That's what we're seeing right now is a fight in a phone booth. Yeah, they're in the octagon, but they're in the inside octagon, right? Most of the fight is taking place on the line octagon that traces out around the monster logo.
That overhand right from Billy.
But Shane is still throwing big punches.
Nice inside leg kick.
This may be one of those where he's going to have to turn it on in round number 3. So inside leg kick.
Sweeps the leg out.
Sweeps the leg out. That's a good use of words there because I didn't know what to call it. Now Billy's trying to score. Looks like a takedown here. So where we are with 3 minutes 31 seconds left in the second round, Billy Quarantillo has Shane Burgos up against the cage. Shane reverses it now. Shane is throwing a knee into Billy Quarantillo up against the cage. That's what's going on right now. So they're grappling against the cage. Not a lot of action going on right now. Really jockeying for position. You see them switching underhands for underhooks for overhooks.
This goes back to what I said. It was a mistake for Billy to try to pressure him up against the cage. Mm-hmm. In both instances where this has happened earlier in the fight, Shane reverses it and puts him on the cage and then makes him carry his weight. Now we're back out to the center of the octagon, ladies and gentlemen. Billy's on the back foot, takes a left kick from Shane Burgos. Nice clinch entry, and again, Billy's back to the back. His back is on the cage.
Yeah. So, but he had the clinch though, and tried to use it. A little
bit of a slip too, I think.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe there's something with the canvas tonight.
It's possible. We've seen several slips.
Lots of slips tonight.
Now here. Do not press him against the cage, but keep striking. Another slip from Billy Quarantillo, ladies and gentlemen. So a lot of times when fighters go into the cage before they actually start, they'll drop water on the cage in order to clean their feet or even work the area of the cage. So we may be seeing something of that effect because there's been several fights earlier in this octagon.
Mm-hmm. What a great fight, though. Still, these guys are standing toe to toe. They're not. They're not running from each other.
Both fighters they're using the jab to set up and establish range, but the range on their right hands, their crosses, is a little bit off. Both fighters are just barely missing each other.
So how do you fix that?
Touch more with the jab. You need to jab in.
Mm-hmm. So the great thing about doing one of these types of shows with George Stallworth is that he is a fighter and a coach. So a lot of times, whenever he's seeing this is the type of thing that he would be talking to his fighters,
Absolutely.
And the things that he would be saying to his fighters as they're fighting.
So Corontillo's rear uppercut, rear overhand has been money for him tonight. I think he needs to up the output of that. He should be throwing that a lot more often. Mm-hmm. And we've already seen that Shane has a tendency to slip in the wrong direction, so you're going to catch him with it again. Again, Billy's made the mistake of putting Shane up against the wall. He backs off of it. Okay,
right.
Good job. Nice inside leg kick from Shane Burgos.
Yep. And we got a famous guy watching us, John Keys. one of the other parts of the Combat Sports Talk team. What's up, John Keys? Come out. Come on out. I got another mic. So,
John, I tried to pay some homage to you tonight. I want to do a segment called Keys to Victory, but unfortunately, I won't be able to get it done tonight.
All right.
Shane Burgos, ladies and gentlemen, is out here throwing bombs.
Looks like maybe he's getting the better of it in this round. So here we are, 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. They're just slogging now. This is what you call slogging, where they're just head down and they're just doing this right here.
Good into the round. Shane Burgos raises his hands as if he definitely took that round. Both fighters make their way back to their corners.
So maybe it's 1-1 right now. It's very possible it's 1-1. I think Billy Corontillo looked so much cleaner in
round one.
In round number one. Now he's got he's bleeding. You can see damage on his face. So I'm gonna give this 1-1 right now. The winner of this fight's gonna win. Got to win round number 3.
I can see that definitely.
Big right hand turning. You know, I love it whenever you hit him and then his hand turn like that.
What's funny is the same thing just happened to Billy too.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, there are some good fights.
I think history's going to be made tonight. So what's your prediction? Do you think multiple fight of the nights are going to be awarded tonight?
Dude, after that first fight, man, it can't do anything but get better. I mean, like, to start the card off with Justin Gaichi and Michael Chandler and the havoc that took place in that octagon. And now this fight here is just as good, man. Like, these guys are really getting at it. I tell you, there was no filling out process whatsoever.
Nope.
Everybody's straight to the business. And we're back at it
We're
right now,
back
ladies and
into
gentlemen.
it. The winner's got to get it right here.
That uppercut from Billy Quarantino has been money all night long.
Yep. So, ref split for a moment. What do we have? Eye poke? We have an eye poke. That's what we have. So, John Key said from the whole card, from the early prelims till now, has been violent. We got Baphomet saying, agreed. From what I've seen, there will be at least 2 performances of the night, at least.
Oh. Both of these guys are getting real sniperish with it, ladies and gentlemen.
Billy looks like he's felling. I don't know if he got rocked or I don't know if he slipped again.
I'm kind of thinking something's going on in that on that canvas or something, because we've seen a lot of slips and falls.
You know, I think Billy may be suffering for some damage here.
I'm not discounting that at all. I'm just saying
just the way that his body is moving in the ring.
Nice.
Oh, but it's a nice slip
Good
there.
leg sweep from Billy.
Yeah, he did.
Locks in one hook, pulls him down. Can't quite get him on the ground.
Now Shane needs to take advantage of this. So, what happens? What happens when you start trying to get the other fighter down after you've been winning in the striking? What does that mean? What does that say to the judges?
It does change the atmosphere or the tempo of the fight. It can definitely change the perspective of those watching.
Yeah.
I mean, it did it for us. You acknowledged it already.
Yeah.
Oh, nice knee
big
to the body
knee from Shane Burgos. Yes. And Billy still is trying to take this fight to the ground. So I got to think that Shane Burgos is at this point winning the round with, I don't know how much time's left.
It's 3 minutes left in this particular round. Both fighters are engaged in clinching each other a little bit.
All right.
But once again, Billy's back is to the cage. This is not where he wants to be, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, 100%. And now we've got just the phone booth. They're just in there, just throwing big shots at each other. Billy Quarantillo is big sweeping punches, but they're missing right now.
Shane is definitely getting the better of these exchanges.
Big elbow, inside elbow by Shane Burgos on Billy Quarantillo. Billy is locking him up again to try to grapple. and he's trying to sweep, trying to get this fight to the ground, but Shane Burgos is showing the more dominant grappling here. They're on the cage, they're fighting just inside. Shane takes a step back, starts throwing the jab again.
Dude, everybody's going to the hospital tonight.
Yeah. Hopefully the New York County Hospital's better. There's not going to be anybody at the no one's going to be at the press conference.
There's no defense taking place in this fight whatsoever right now.
I think Shane's punches are starting to get a little sloppy now. Like, this fight is not as crisp as it was in the first round.
And I'm not mad at him for it either.
Bruh, they put some energy into this fight. So Quarantillo is grappling, has Shane Burgos against the cage. Shane is okay. So
we've talked about this. He's burning energy that he doesn't have to burn, ladies and gentlemen.
Going for a leg lock there. Going for a knee bar, it looks like, or an ankle lock.
I think this is a mistake. This is a strategical mistake. I think he should get back out, try to up his striking again, and go from there. Him trying to put him against the octagon has not worked for him all night. Why do you think in this round all of a sudden that's going to change?
Right.
Is that us?
Yeah. All right, we've got 39 seconds left, and they are still fighting just tooth and nail in the center. Clinch by Billy Quarantillo and big knee. Going up against the cage. They are putting, you talk about leaving it all in the ring. This is what we're seeing. They are leaving it all in the ring. There's not going to be any, I could have done this. You did it all. You did everything. You tried everything.
You tried everything you could.
7 seconds left. 6 seconds left. Big shots. Round. Big shots thrown by Billy Quarantillo. Who you got? Who won?
I'm going Shane Burgos.
I think Shane Burgos is gonna turn out. He's gonna win this fight, but this was super close, well contested.
Very much so.
Man, what a great fight! All right, so here we go. We got people talking about the co-main event right now. So looks like Baphomet is saying he likes Rose. I'm assuming he likes Rose. Baphomet likes Rose, but he said Zhang is a beast. I think this is true. Mr. I'm gonna guess that's Bacon. Mr. Bacon says, for real, they're both such likable characters as well. I agree with you. It's hard not to like either one of those guys, but only one of them can win. Yeah, and so Kid says, Zhang is a beast, made homegirl look like E.T. Yeah, Joanna Jędrzejczyk is actually one of my favorite fighters, and she had the big forehead, the big hematoma. It's just like, whoa. Go back and look at videos a week and 2 weeks after that Zhang Weili Joanna Jędrzejczyk fight. As the bruise started to recover from her forehead, her whole face looked like she was wearing a mask. It was crazy looking. Yeah. More like a Klingon.
So
one of the best fights, absolutely. Punches right to the donut, 100%. All right, we're getting ready to announce the winner. Here we go. All three judges, 29-28. Unanimous decision. Shane Burgos. Shane Burgos wins by unanimous decision, 29-28 on all three cards. So you're 1-1 in your picks tonight.
It happens.
But somebody's 2-0. What? Who's 2-0?
I don't know who you're talking about. I'm about to dig into this pizza over here. That's
all right. So we are not sponsored by Pizza Hut, but hey, we getting ready to dig in. So, all right. So, next fight. What's the next fight on the card here?
For not mistaken, let me put it back up.
All right, so we're looking at them and see what's next on the card. Give me just one sec. Shane Burgos, Frankie Edgar versus Marlon Cheeto Vera.
Did you pick Frankie Edgar on that?
Nope. No. I'm going Cheeto. This is the fight that you and I both have Marlon Vera.
Okay.
So that means you're going to get it right. So we got only John Keys. John Keys picked Frankie Edgar.
Okay. So I was going to say, I guess for this one you want to, I guess, go off for a second and come back, or what are we doing?
No, we go. Look.
Oh, we getting
We
down
are
and dirty
humans. Humans got to eat. Oh, look at the stars in the arena tonight. You got Francis Ngannou. You got thank you, Francis Ngannou. You got Valentina Shevchenko. You've got Halle Berry. Okay, so John Keys is plugged in as under the Combat Sports Talk official account. But yes, you did.
I'm handing this over to you.
You just pop. I don't mind your fingers. Just
All right.
put some on there. Make sure one of them's meat lovers and the other one is.
Hey, what's up, bro? Ryan DR.
Hey, nice to meet you. No, just one. One is good. Thank you, sir. All right. So, please excuse us. We gonna eat while we on the air. Because we don't want to go off and go on and off like that. So, we're gonna do our thing. But I promise to chew with my mouth closed.
I know.
Did you see Halle Berry throw up the guns in the weigh-in? No, I didn't. I didn't see that.
You see her what?
Throw up the guns.
No, I didn't.
So does that mean she's going for Magnum? Because Zhang Weili's her nickname is Magnum. I want to see Zhang versus Valentina, because then you get the Bullet versus Magnum.
So Halle was doing a movie, and
With
she was training with
Valentina
So maybe
Shevchenko.
that's
Yeah,
in reference to.
Valentina's in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, we are also not sponsored by Pepsi, but because Pizza Hut is a Pepsi property, they don't have Coke. So, what you gonna do? Threw up her fighting pose. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't see that. Stress eating. I'm not stress eating. Let's see here. We're going to wait and hold our picks. Until the fights actually happen. So I'm not going to tell you who I got. We can talk about Oozman versus Covington, though. I mean, this is the biggest challenge for Kamaru Oozman.
Why do you say that?
Because no one has been as competitive against Kamaru Oozman as Colby Covington. Many people had it 2-2 going into the 5th round. Kamaru Oozman hasn't lost rounds to any other person, as far as I know.
Speaking of the stats, Kamaru Oozman has never been taken down in a UFC fight. Colby Covington has the most takedowns, I think, in UFC.
At least welterweight history. So Baphomet's going with Oozman. I think Oozman's the favorite, for sure. I think a lot of people, but there's a lot of people who just want to see Colby Covington win that fight.
We are definitely not those people.
I want to see a good fight. Kid Leahy. Is it Leahy? I'm gonna go with Leahy. Hopefully I'm not offending you. He's got Colby Covington.
Wow.
So we got one Colby Covington, one Kamaru Oozman.
Well, it's not that he can't get it done. We've seen that Colby can stun him. Colby is more of a volume guy, though. Like, he needs the time to put the pace on you. He needs the time to put the punches on you. Kamaru has improved his striking so much, I feel like he's more of a sniper now. And so he can get it done a lot quicker.
All right. So Mr. Bacon says, I know it's an act, but I will still never like Covington. Well, I get it. LaHaye. All right. Like Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where, I don't know how much truth to put into it or not. The rumor has it that Colby was getting ready to get cut. And then he started doing the act and caused everybody to hate him, and that's what he needed to be able to get, the fights that he wanted and things like that. But then I heard someone say that Colby Covington had just signed a new contract with the UFC. So, is it an act? Did he have to do it? I don't know. So Marlon Vera is walking to the ring. Cheeto Vera. I like this fight for him. This is going to be a good fight. So,
Anytime. Casey, have you met Ryan before?
we just met him.
All right. Good stuff, man.
How's it going this side?
What?
How's it going this side?
Good. Who you got in the fights?
We all have like
So, he had to do it. You catch him on the street.
Kamaru
He's
and-
humble. He's all
Colby,
WWF.
who you got?
So, this is what I've heard. I've heard a lot of people say that Colby Covington is a humble person, that he's friendly, that he's a nice person. The thing for me, it's really hard because he took such a divisive persona. Maybe he is a true Trump supporter, and if he is, that's his own business. But in a time when our nation was so divided, to play up kind of the worst parts of it, to really dial that up was really hard for me to watch. I get it if it's a WWE thing. You have back in the 80s with the old WWF, you had Nikolai Volkov. Whenever it was the big Cold War, you got the Russian guys singing the Russian anthem and all that kind of stuff. I totally get it.
I'm hearing that the pay-per-view is in the reflection in the window.
Oh, is it? It sure is, but it's not very clear. It's very hard to see. I don't want Uncle Dana to get us though. So, no, I'm still working on this one. So, it's it's definitely so. Everybody needs a bad guy. He did go far. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing. Frankie Edgar, the answer, is now in the ring. He's in the red corner, which means he's the higher ranked fighter. So we're gonna see. Frankie Edgar's been there a long time. How old is Frankie Edgar?
I'm not sure. We'll find out here. Like Jamie or Joe Rogan. Pull that up, Jamie.
40 years old.
Wow.
So 40 years old versus a 28-year-old. We're going to definitely see how this is going to go. They're fighting at 135. This is a bantamweight fight. Cheeto Vera's got about a 2-inch reach advantage. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this what happens here.
Cheeto by knockout.
You think so? Yeah, I mean, go back and think about those fights with Gray Maynard, right? That was like, I want to say it was like 10 years ago. So, and those are some brutal fights back then. So,
You look good though, man.
So, well, looks like Canelo is actually getting ready to fight. There's someone singing the Mexican national anthem. Canelo's sitting in the wings. So we're also keeping our eye on the Canelo fight. So for those of you who are interested, we'll let you know a little bit about what's going on there. Our main attention, of course, is on the is on the UFC fights, but we do have the Canelo fight on in here as well. Do you want to ask them to clear out a little bit?
I think I thought they were. Josh? Yep.
All right, cool. All right, so here we go. The fight has begun. They're meeting each other in the middle of the ring. Of course, Cheeto Vera's taking the middle, so he's standing right on the Monster M. All right. And so here we go.
No filling out process once again.
No, we are game.
We are looking at a new era in the UFC.
So here we go. All right, Frankie's going for a takedown, but Marlon Vera sprawls. All right, nice. You know, Frankie's a great striker. His striking is really, still really crisp.
Oh, we got the national anthem going on the Canelo fight, yeah?
Yep. Okay, Frankie, nice combo from Frankie. Backs Cheeto up, but Cheeto's still coming forward. All right, here we go. All right, Frankie's got Cheeto's leg trying to take him down. Nope, Cheeto pulls it out. All right, here we go. Frankie's landing a couple strikes, moving around, got good movement.
I think I feel more so like Cheeto is stalking him. Excuse me for a minute.
Sure. All right, so they're just kind of looking at each other in the middle of the ring. Cheeto's in the middle. Frankie's circling around the outside. Still kind of feeling out a little bit. Frankie's going for the takedown. Gets a takedown. Rolls it over. Do we have a guillotine here? Looks like we may have a guillotine. Frankie's trying to pull his head out. I don't think he's got it. Okay, he gives up. All right, Frankie's on top. In the middle of the ring. All right, we are in, looks like half guard. And so now, okay, so Vera is now gone to close guard, full guard. So Frankie's starting to ground and pound here. He's trying to posture up a little bit, but Marlon Vera's grabbing his head, breaking that posture. So now Marlon's got Frankie's arms locked, so he can't throw any punches. So Frankie's trying to free his arms. Just got an elbow inside elbow on Cheeto Vera. Now he's starting to do a little bit of damage, trying to pass a little bit, but he's doing great from close guard. So Frankie Edgar is on top, throwing the punches, got a little bit of body shot. Marlon Vera has to open the guard so he can get up. You're not going to win just in a closed guard like this. This is all going towards Frankie Edgar. Marlon Vera is throwing elbows from the bottom, but you just can't generate a whole bunch of pressure unless you're freaking Uriah Hall or someone like that. But Vera is still doing a little bit of damage, but It's all Frankie Edgar right now. You got to open the guard. You got to start trying to wall walk, try to move back to the edge of the cage because you're giving up so many points, so much time on the bottom. So that's what Frankie Edgar is doing right now. Marlon Vera is losing this round, not because he's taking so much damage. It's just that it's so much time on top. Frankie Edgar has so much time on top. All right, so you see me keep moving because, of course, we're here, and people, even though we're lit up and everything like that, people just keep standing right in the middle of the television, so you can't see anything. All right, so now the audio is coming in through for the Canelo fight. So let me know if the sound is too loud from the Canelo fight. Okay, so let us know. I'll turn down the gain here, so we'll be able to speak up a little bit. But we've got 30 seconds left. Frankie Edgar has established his dominance from the top. Shane does not appear to be getting up from this round. He's going to fight the rest of the round on his back. Not yet. Actually, yeah, go ahead. That way you don't have to. Thank you. All right, into the round. Marlon Vera doesn't look like he's taking a whole lot of damage, but he clearly lost that round. You cannot, even if you're doing a lot of damage from the bottom, you don't get points in the new MMA unified rules for fighting from your back. The expectation is that if you're on your back, you should be trying to get up. And so fighting from your back doesn't score the points that you think it does. Now, whether or not that's fair, that's completely, a great conversation for us to debate during these fights. But at the end of the day, if you get taken down, your number one goal needs to be getting up. Yeah, it's not fair, especially if you're a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner where you're very comfortable on your back. You can, go for submissions and things like that. You're just not going to get credit for it. You only get credit for a submission if you land it. We're round number 2 now. Cheeto, I think, has to fight with a little bit more urgency. That first round was pretty hard. So here we go. And Frankie is coming back in. I think if this fight keeps going the way that it is, we might have got this one wrong.
I don't know.
Frankie's still looking very crisp.
I don't think so. I feel more so that Cheeto's looking for the right shot or two.
Frankie's touching him, though. And if Frankie can get this fight to the ground, we can already know that Vera's not getting up from it. He's going to close his guard and fight from the bottom. There we go again. Frankie's got Vera back to the ground again. Vera's throwing these elbows.
To the top of the head on top of that.
Yeah, but what good is it going to do?
Oh, that's damage. It might not score, but it's damage.
Now, so Frankie's trying to posture up. Vera's trying to break his posture. He's got he's got a close guard, but it's high on Frankie Edgar. The up kicks are happening, but Frankie is now postured up, now ground and pound. You got possibly set up for maybe a triangle or something like that Vera's trying to land. His legs are coming up towards Frankie's shoulders, but Frankie is very much in control here. Very much in control. And you've got 3 minutes left in the round, and Frankie is on top in close guard again, and he's just pummeling Marlon Vera. And it's not real hard. I mean, that was a big shot, but it's not that Frankie's doing just a ton of damage. It's just he's active on top. Vera tried to roll out. Vera got back up to his feet. Yes, this is where Vera needs to be.
Absolutely.
But he's got to fight with a sense of urgency now. You got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this round, and then one more 5-minute round to change your stars. And it looks like Vera is actually trying now to be a bit more aggressive.
Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, on the other screen, I think Plant has just stepped into the ring.
Caleb Plant.
We're waiting on
Canelo Alvarez. So, right now, Vera is walking down Frankie Edgar. Frankie's still sticking and moving. So here we go. Shane got a nice little clinch. Got to throw a knee. It looks like he landed it. He's got to do something to change this fight. He's got to do something to change this fight. Right now, it's just, it's still very much Frankie Edgar's fight. Oh, flying knee. That landed. Frankie fell. Now Frankie is on the run. He's got to do more, though. He's got to do more.
After that one drop like that, it's going to happen again. He just needs to touch him the right way.
Now, didn't Corey Sandhagen catch Frankie Edgar with a knee?
I think so.
So we know that's a technique that Frankie Edgar is susceptible to. He got caught with it here, but it didn't put him out. It dropped him, but it didn't put him out. Now Frankie's throwing leg kicks, changing it up. Moving away. Big shot by Frankie Edgar there. Nice right hand. Frankie's backing up. And you got Marlon Vera stalking him down, trying to get in close. Nice body kick there. Frankie's trying to bail. He's running out. So reset. Now, Frankie stumbled. I don't know. Was that a shot? What was that?
I think
Is that a slip? Man, I don't know what's up with the floor tonight, but so many people are slipping and tripping. It's hard to tell if the strike is actually. So Marlon Vera says something to Frankie at the horn, gives him the middle finger. The referee knocks his hand down. A little bit of animus between the two.
A little bit, just a little bit.
All right, Canelo Alvarez
Anything else?
No, I'm good, thank you. Canelo Alvarez is walking out now.
So this is the first pizza I've had.
Oh, is it? So, yes, someone has told me that I look like Rampage Jackson.
Wow.
I told them that they were calling me fat. So, maybe I shouldn't be eating so much pizza. What's up, Ulfric? Welcome back. Good to see you. Let's see here. So
Change the name of the show to Rampage in DC.
yeah. So, we were talking about fighting from your back. Diaz is really good from his back, but you'll see that if someone's able to establish, striking from the top, Diaz doesn't win. Diaz has to be able to get on his feet or throw the. So Thomas says it's Rampage and Mighty Mouse.
I can see that one too.
All right, round number 3 is on. We're 4 minutes, 25 seconds into the third round. Marlon Vera has the center of the ring. He may have – it's going to be tough to say that whether or not he won the second round or not. It was a close round. This round's going to say a lot about who's going to win this fight, though. Someone also said retired Rampage and BJ Penn. Mighty Mouse. There's dogs walking around. I just had one crawl underneath. All right. Frankie's trying to get the fight back to the ground again. That's where Frankie had the success. He's landing a lot of punches. He's active, but I don't know if he's doing a lot of damage on the feet. And Vera, I think, is starting to settle down, starting to sit in his punches, and I think he's gonna,
Well, not only that, he's dropped him once already with the knee.
Yeah.
He's rocked him multiple times. Frankie's on the back foot.
Yeah.
This is inevitable.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. So right now they're just Frankie's backing up. Marlon Vera's walking him down. Frankie's throwing combos. None of them are really landing solid, But Marlon Vera in his combos, he's landing one or two here, one or two there. Throws a teep,
More
something like that.
important than him landing, what I would like what Cheeto's doing, is the stalking. I call it the silent pressure. When you feel that, man, it messes with your perspective or your mindset in the fight. Because you feel like you're getting halted.
There's no opportunity for Frankie to reset. Sometimes you just want to back away, reset, take a breath, reorient yourself, but he can't because Marlon is in his face, constantly stalking him down, constantly walking. Okay, there's a referee stoppage. Oh, Frankie lost his mouthpiece.
From what? Cheeto right back on him.
Yep.
Pressure.
Yeah. So now Marlon's right in his face. Frankie throws a combo, lands a nice little inside hook to the head, right hand. But you got Marlon. Oh, and then Frankie gets the takedown. But Marlon's right back up. Frankie's got a body lock from the back, trying to throw a hook in. Marlon is trying to get his underhook, was able to spin around, able to break away. Frankie can't hold Marlon down anymore. Maybe this is impact of just gas.
Yeah.
At this point.
Well, that and the pressure, like I said,
Yeah.
when somebody's putting constant pressure on you, even if they're not necessarily hitting, it does tire you out more. Being on the back foot will tire you out.
Now Frankie's starting to press forward a little bit, but Marlon is right there, ready for it. They're back in the center of the ring, but it's Marlon who is showing the ring generalship, if you will.
Inside leg kick coming in 3, 2, 1. Bong.
All right.
Marlon does look fresher on the feet.
He does. Oh, big front kick to the face. It's over. Marlon Vera wins the fight. Front kick to the face.
I feel like that was a little bit of an early stoppage.
Front kick to the face. Ends the fight for Frankie Edgar. Marlon Vera is the winner via knockout. Hey, you know what? You're doing pretty good. You're 2-1. But do you know who's 3-0? Look, remember the professional wrestler Rob Van Dam?
I feel like that was a bit of an early stoppage, man.
Oh yeah, it was.
Bong.
So you get the front kick to the face, and the ref comes in and stops it right away. Boom.
Ref had seen enough, I guess.
Yeah, I think you let this fight go at another 10 seconds or so. So, front kick right to the face, a la, Anderson Silva versus Vitor Belfort, or Lyoto Machida versus Randy Couture.
Yeah, that one too.
That one knocked his teeth out. He had teeth just.
Wow.
Yeah, but Frankie Edgar, he's probably saying, Frankie Edgar's like, why didn't you let me fight? Or Rose. Well, Rose got the head kick. We're talking about the kick right there to the chin.
Teep to the chin, yeah, teep to the face.
Teep to the face.
It's one of the most disrespectful things you can do in Muay Thai.
I'm going to teep you to the face. All right. And guess what, folks? 3 fights down, 2 fights to go. You know where we're at. This is the co-main event of the evening. Rose Thug No Hair Namajunas.
Meanwhile, the Caleb Plant and Canelo fight,
Yeah.
the entry has taken at least 20 minutes now. Like, literally, We watched the whole fight, waiting on them to enter the ring.
I know, like, come on. Not trying to be disrespectful to boxing, but one of the reasons why I struggle with it is because it's so slow. It took 20 minutes to get the fighters to the ring. We have a dogfight here. I can't see it, but
All right.
Marlon, Cheeto, Vera with the win, ladies and gentlemen.
all right. So, what do you think about Zhang Wei Li chopping off all her hair like Rose?
You know, I this is the first I heard of it, actually.
Yeah. So Zhang had relatively long, short. I mean, her hair was short, but it kind of came down to right here. So she would have to braid it up like a lot of the female fighters.
Mm-hmm.
But lately, what she did was she's cut her hair off, just like Rose Namajunas. So it's interesting because I don't know. Rose said that if it gets in my way while I'm training, then I don't need it. Anything that's going to distract me from training, I don't need it. So she shaved her head off. We were doing the podcast when Rose made the transition from having hair to not having hair. And so what became part of the show was us saying, Thug, Rose, no hair, Namajunas, right? And so it became one of those things where it's just a joke now. No hair Namajunas. But now it's
No hair, Weili Zhang.
no hair Weili Zhang. And so we're going to see if maybe that gives us a different, a different kind of of an appeal here. So, Jake Paul ruined boxing for you. I can understand that. Boxing old school ways need to change. The press conference looked like I can get that. It is the question that they're asking, that you're challenging is how dedicated are you? How badly do you want it? It's kind of there's a biblical verse that says, if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out. If your hand causes you to sin, chop it off. It's kind of one of those things where if your hair is in your way to keep you from fighting or keep you from training, then cut it off.
Get rid of it.
If you're,
I was gonna say, having spent some time here recently, like with Jesse Jess and some of the fighters out at CSA.
Yeah.
Just hearing her talk about the champion mind state and doing what it takes to be a champion, man. And hearing something like that from Weili Zhang, and from Rose as well.
Talk a little bit about your trip to California to Coach Kirian.
Man, I can't say enough about it. Combat Sports Academy out in Dublin, California. Coach Kirian Fitzgibbons is the coach there. He has put together a wonderful program. So at least once, twice a year, he typically brings in coaches for what's called a coaches clinic. But if you spend any time at CSA, man, he's got some very, very high-level fighters, and he grooms, teaches, coaches, the whole nine, all these guys and girls very well. He creates a really safe environment for fighters, both male and female. That's one of the things that I do notice there is that the females that train there, like they really enjoy being there. They feel safe there, and they're able to build up on their skill set there as a result. I've trained with several other ladies there. I've trained with several other guys there, man. Mm-hmm. Wonderful experience. Dropping names, Gaston Bolanos is there, Nicholas Young is there, Amber, who else is out there? Jess, Desi, like there's just so many high-level folks out there. Eddie Abasalo came out of that gym. He's got his own spot now, but and then there's other folks sitting in the wind that I probably just don't remember the name or I'm overlooking them right now, but there are just so many talented fighters out of that camp, man. Both just the striking and all around in MMA.
Right. So, we're checking out the Canelo fight here. Definitely looks like Canelo is once again asserting his dominance. He is definitely in the middle of the ring. He's had a nice couple of flurries on Caleb Plant. So we've got that fight on as well here. Kid LaHaye says Cali here, so he's in Cali. Go check out Coach K.
Yeah, definitely do that.
All right, so
I'm going to be out there again probably in January, man. My next fight is looks like it's set up for January 22nd with Titans of Muay Thai over in Silver Springs, Cali. And I'm probably going to go back out and try to spend a week with Coach K. Need to reach out to him, see if I can set that up.
Man. So it's round 1 in Canelo versus Plant. Alvarez versus Plant, or Canelo Alvarez. Canelo is definitely looking like the champion that he is.
World beater.
Man, Caleb Plant really doesn't know what to do with freaking Alvarez right now. All right. So Kid LaHaye says he's in L.A. County.
Say what?
Kid LaHaye says he's in L.A. County. So I don't know how far that is from Silver Springs, California.
I'm not sure. Silver Springs is up in Napa Valley, I believe.
Okay, so
But
that's
if
a
he's
long
in-
way.
if he's in L.A. County, man, tell him to go check out my boy Kai Taylor and Dean Rosenwald over at Santa Monica Striking.
There you go. You hear it. That's coming from George. Go check those guys out. So right now on the UFC tip, we're seeing the promo for Leon Edwards versus Jorge Masvidal. They're still listing him as the BMF. Can you really call yourself the BMF now? Can you? Can you?
You go.
Should you give the belt up? Should you mothball it now? Just saying.
I wouldn't mind seeing it on the line against Leon Edwards, though.
All right, we got Ventura County in the house as well.
All right.
So, very nice, very nice. All right, so we're round number 2, looks like, at Canelo versus Caleb Plant. Caleb is backing up, but, man, Alvarez is just so fast, so hard to hit.
Nice.
Caleb's
uppercuts.
trying to tie him up. What are you going to do? I got to do something. You know? Canelo's head movement is just crazy. He's just stalking him down. I mean, it is nice to see crisp striking, though.
It's nice to see what?
Crisp striking.
Yeah.
Like, when you're watching a boxing match, that's some great striking there. UFC, they're like... So... Ooh, Canelo. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't watch enough boxing to give you guys good play-by-play. I apologize. But Canelo is standing in the middle of the ring. Caleb Plant is looking for an entry, just backing up. Canelo's backing him to the corner.
Wow.
Caleb's on the rope. And just the confidence that Canelo has. Big right hand by Canelo. They're just standing toe-to-toe now. No punches being thrown. Oh, there you go. Caleb's throwing out that jab, huh?
I had to switch from looking at it in the mirror because it was throwing me off. I was
Oh,
like,
because I'm saying right hand is left hand because it's a mirror. It's a mirror image. The
I was
hand.
like, the southpaw?
Yeah, when I was training, I fight southpaw. Even though I'm a right-handed fighter, I fight southpaw. I'm a right-handed everything except for when I fight southpaw. And so when George was calling out the training, I'd always have to reverse it because there's a bias against left-handed people.
So over on the UFC screen, we're seeing some of the footage of Rose, no hair, Thug Namajunas.
And Zhang Weili.
So we're gonna get to see the fight that we didn't get to see last time when Zhang Weili took that foot to the face and went to sleep rather quickly.
Yep.
How do you see this fight playing out, man? What do you see as the keys to victory for Weili Zhang against Rose?
So I think for Zhang, you really have to. She's going to have to exert that dominance that she had in the Namajunas fight, right? She's a powerful striker, and I think if she's able to turn this into a stand-up striking affair, she's got a great chance to win.
Okay.
But
what does Rose need to do to beat her?
What I would say for Rose Namajunas is Rose, you're a great kickboxer. So keep the distance, use your kicks, set up your punches, take the fight to the ground.
Really?
I've not seen what Zhang Weili can do on the ground. All her fights have been standing up, whereas Rose is a complete fighter. Now, is she Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu royalty? No, she's not. But can she get this fight to the ground? Can she take Zhang Weili to places that where she's never been? And I think that's where we want to see, because everything we've seen from Zhang has been her hands, some of her kicks, things like that. Do I hit harder with my left? Actually, no. So when I was a little kid, my dad was teaching me how to box, and so he had me fight orthodox. And so what was always weird was that, he's teaching me jab, jab, jab with my left hand, and it always felt slow. And so I was like, I would much rather jab with my right hand because my right hand is so much faster. So I started training myself to fight southpaw so that I could have a faster jab, and then come back with the left cross. And so that's why I became a southpaw, because I felt like my jab with my left was too slow. So now I got the nice jab, I got a nice right hook up in the front, and then you got a slow ass cross coming. It's a freight train. You can just go see it.
He meant that, ladies and gentlemen. He normally doesn't curse.
So that's kind of what it's like to fight. Hey, if you want, you can actually see me fight. It's on YouTube. So one of our co-hosts, Kelechi Onyebuchi, he and I fought twice. So if you look up, Ryan Smith versus Kelechi Onyebuchi, that's Onyebuchi, you'll get to see me fight, and then tell me I won both of those fights.
Who's got the belts right now?
I got the belt.
All right, then.
So we went and bought a little cheap $50 belt, and we fought for the belt. First one, I clearly won. The second one, you got to give me the 10-8 round in the second. You give me the 10-8 round in the second, I win the fight. Because I won the first round, 10-8 round in the second, and he won the third.
And he says what?
He says he won all 3 rounds. I'm like, no. When the judge gives you a standing 8 count, or the ref gives you a standing 8 count, there you go.
Is that Henry Cejudo's coach with her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Zhang Weili is walking to the ring now. She's in the fighter preparation area right now. So hugging all her team, getting ready to get the Vaseline on the eyebrows. So here we go. Co-main event of the evening. Yeah, man. I mean, Zhang Weili, you're absolutely right. Zhang Weili is looking really strong. I mean, so.
Wow. She is ripped up.
She's ready for this fight, man, for real. All right. And then you have, but she's got a lot of energy. I like Zhang Weili because she has the energy. She's bouncing around. She's giving you a little bit of personality. And then Rose walks to the ring like Hannibal Lecter gets wheeled in. Hey, take off the mask. Undo the straight jacket.
Release her from the what do you call it?
From the wheel, from the trolley or whatever. It's just such a different demeanor, and I apologize for the analogy there because of course we do know that Rose has had a little bit of a battle with mental illness, so it's wrong for me to make that joke. So I apologize, but I'm just talking about the difference between Rose's demeanor, which is so serious
almost numb walking to the ring, and really the joy that you get from Zhang Weili. So, yeah, and this is true. This is true. Zhang may have ground game, you know? Oh, looks like our Combat Sports Talk sign has gone out. Zhang may have ground game, but we just haven't seen it. So I want to see if Rose can get her to the ground, right?
Rose makes her way to the prep area.
Yep. All right. So Camps Jim says he's sorry, but thank you so much for the compliment. You're going for Rose. Ulfric's going for Rose. Who you got? I can tell you who you had.
Rose, man.
Let's see who you had. Let's see. You picked Rose Namajunas. I picked Rose Namajunas as well. So, no, sir, I'm actually really good right now. You see the key to victory for George Stallworth. Pick the same fighter as Ryan. That's
what it is? Strange enough, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan actually makes his pick last on the show. You go back and watch. He'll ask me, he'll ask John, and then he makes his pick. So I would surmise that actually Ryan is choosing his picks based upon my expertise.
I can neither confirm nor deny what George Stallworth has said. All right, Rose Namajunas is in the ring. We got a lot of people going for Rose. Let's see here. We got Ulfric going for Rose. We got Thomas going for Rose. We got Francis going for Rose. We got Kid going for Zhang. Thomas is calling Rose by rear naked choke. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I think Canelo's about to end this fight.
All right. Yeah, this time. So the running joke on the show is that if you want to win money betting on the UFC, you bet the opposite of what I bet. So whatever I say, you bet the opposite. But these last, maybe 3 cards, I've actually been really good. I stopped betting with my heart. I do have one thing, though. I do have the rule number 1 in the Combat Sports Talk show is you never bet against the Russians. And so last week, with the last pay-per-view at UFC 267, with all the Russians on the card, I came out pretty good. I think I missed only one. All right, so here we go. The announcing is happening now in the UFC fight co-main. Rose is
praying.
She's saying something to herself.
She said, I'm the greatest. Dude, you know, it is electrifying in that atmosphere right now.
Man. Man, there's so much going on. Tonight is a great night of fights. Round number 5 in the Canelo Caleb Plant. I think Canelo's winning all of the rounds. I can't see quite what the scores are, the unofficial scores, but they're in round number 5 right now. The crowd is cheering. They're huge. They're out there for Canelo. It's amazing how many fans are out there for Canelo. Zhang Weili just got announced in the UFC fight. She's got some representation from the People's Republic. Rose is getting announced right now. Here we go. She's saying, I'm the greatest. Man, how can it's hard to not. It's hard to root against Rose Namajunas.
Yeah.
It's just hard. Like, even if you're voting for Zhang, like if Rose wins, you're like,
I'm the best.
It's
I'm the best.
You still gotta like her a little bit,
Dude.
So, Omar, Zachary, best we can do is we can tell you what's going on in the ring. We'll let you know. And hopefully we'll make it fun enough for you that you'll enjoy the fight even though you can't watch it live. So we're going to do our best. She is a sweetheart. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Got their final instructions from the referee. Here we go.
Weili Zhang looks.
Zhang is ready.
Whoa.
She's ready. All right, here we go. The cage is locked, and here we go. We're at round number 1. Rose takes the center of the ring. They're circling. Leg kick attempt by Zhang Weili doesn't land. All right.
Set up with the hands.
So Rose is moving. Rose has a little feint there. Zhang throws a leg kick. That one lands, though. All right. Rose throws a quick jab. Doesn't land. So a little bit of shadow boxing going on. Remember Macy Barber? Another leg kick attempt by Zhang Weili. That does not land.
Oh, Zhang is biting on these feints.
So another leg kick attempt by Zhang Weili. That one doesn't land either. So a lot of feeling out. So first 3 fights, rock'em sock'em. This one we're feeling out. Rose starts to kind of slide in there, but she decides not to at the last minute. Kind of a little bit of a check hook there by Rose. That does not land. A little bit of a leg kick doesn't land by Zhang Weili. Like,
That's a lot of shadow boxing going on.
We're just shadow boxing right now. Nothing really is going on. Just trying to see where your energy's at, I guess. I think that inside leg kick lands for Zhang Weili, but nothing with power. Oh, now they're getting into it. Both of the fighters score some strikes. Now they move back out, feeling each other out again. Rose tries to come in. Did she land that? Did that land?
She's looking sharp regardless, man. She's looking sniperish.
Not quite sure it landed, though, but she definitely got a lot of confidence. Zhang Weili throws for a head kick that does not land, but I think Zhang wants to get that back, get that head kick win back. You know what I'm saying? We may see that head kick come back up again. Zhang misses big with a kick.
I've noticed a couple of times Zhang has thrown things and wound up really off balance or out of place.
Yeah.
As a result already.
She's throwing off that back foot. Is that what it is? You think that's what's going on?
No, I think she's just amped up and energized and just overcommitted to some strikes.
All right, so we're going to get to see right now if Zhang has some ground game. Zhang just took Rose Namajunas to the ground. So this is a place where I was questioning whether or not Zhang could do that. So Zhang is now in close guard. Well, it looks like she's passing. She's passing. Zhang is passing, trying to get to. It's hard to tell from here what's going on. Okay, there we go. So Zhang is in. She's on top, open guard by Rose Namajunas. Rose is working herself back to the cage. Maybe she can wall walk. All right. So Zhang Weili turned right as Rose got to the cage to try to stand up. Zhang spun her around, and now Rose is spun back. Big shot coming down from Zhang Weili. Rose's head is up against the cage. Zhang is kicking at her leg, trying to ground and pound from here. Zhang is looking really good.
Zhang wants that belt back. But I was going to say, she needs to be careful she doesn't get choked out by Rose by accident here.
Yeah, Rose does have a submission game. So Rose is getting back up to her feet, but Zhang has a leg. So Zhang has got her right back to the ground, but Rose is back up. All right, and now...
Look for that knee.
Yeah, now that Rose is going with a clinch there.
Nice elbow by Rose.
And they separated. Okay.
Back to the striking exchanges.
Yep. Zhang, I would say Zhang is winning the fight right now due to the takedown and the damage she did there. But Rose is back up, so Rose has got to play from behind. Leg kick by Zhang Weili. Rose comes in with a hook, but it's a glancing blow. Doesn't really look like it landed. But Zhang Weili's putting combos together now. She wants that belt back. All right, here we go. They spread apart. Now they're feeling each other out again. We got about a minute left in the round. Zhang throws. She's throwing a lot of stuff off her back foot. Like, she's not really committing to the strikes, Zhang Weili. So Rose comes in. Nice little jab on the exit, or is that a cross? Nice little cross on the exit. All right, there we go. They're filling each other out. They're spinning just off center from the cage. 32 seconds left in the round. Rose is looking for another kick. Rose is just kind of feigning. Here we go. They're just outside of each other.
I feel like Weili Zhang is burning a lot of excess energy for no reason.
Yeah.
Maybe the adrenaline dump. You think there's an adrenaline dump happening?
I don't know, but
Oh, we got a front kick. We got a front kick from Rose.
I thought
and then
it was a slip again.
And look, it might have been a slip, but it happened right after the front kick. So Zhang fell back into the first round.
Bumped hands on the break.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna get a look at. No, we're looking at some of the highlights. I think, who do you have winning the first round?
I would say Willie Zhang, man.
Yeah.
Take down number one, and just the amount of action that she put on.
Mm-hmm.
Rose landed a lot of clean strikes, though.
Yeah. So I think by virtue of the takedown and the damage that Zhang Weili did from the top, I think you have to give the first round to Zhang Weili. This is a 5-round fight, so we're going to see a lot from these guys. Lot coming up. All right. Let's check out the comments. So Thomas said neither one of them's hanging out in the gap. You know, they're not. They're keeping distance, and they come together and clash and then break back up again. Sorry, pal, this is not a pirate stream. You know, we can't do that. We want to be able to have a podcast. We don't want Uncle Dana to take it from us. This is all we got.
Back to the action.
Back to the action. Here we go. Rose is looking a little bit more active this round. It's hard to say. It looked like it might have landed just kind of right in the just under the chin, maybe. Zhang Weili went down, but we think maybe it was a slip. I don't. It was just difficult to say. It was right at the end of the round. They're back standing in the middle of the ring, just feinting, throwing, you know, kind of lazy kicks, if you will, just trying to get that distance, that feel each other out.
Yep. I love Rose's movement, her head movement, things like that she does just to set little shots up. She almost like she stalks people, man.
Yeah. And she comes in there and throwing boom, boom, boom.
And then move, yes.
And then she's
in
gone.
And out like a robbery. Even her hand movement, man. If you see her, the way she plays with the hands,
yeah,
it throws you off.
There's so much going on. She threw another head kick. She's just putting that foot out there. She's letting her know, I can still get you. All right, John Key says it was a slip, so it wasn't due to the kick that Rose threw.
Dude, Trevor Whitman is a wizard.
Yeah, well, we'll see if he's a wizard.
He's a wizard, man.
He's
got no way around it. Regardless of win, lose, or whatever, all these fighters, I mean,
high level.
Look at their striking, and all three of those guys coming out of his camp, man. What else can you say?
Zhang is putting so much power behind these punches. They are not landing, though. I mean, she's throwing heat, but they're just not landing. Look at that.
Yeah. I tell you, she's burning a lot of that nervous energy in that.
She throws a head kick. It does not land. Well, they both try to throw a punch. Both of them miss, though. Interesting. They're just kind of looking at each other, though. So that's why we're not giving you so much action. They're just kind of looking, feeling, throw a couple of punches, boom, boom, and then they're out again.
Traded 2 shots right there. Both landed a hook, I believe.
Yeah. So here we go. Rose she's kind of pawing, a little bit like trying to distract. And then she lands a punch real in there.
Nice head kick from
Zhang
Wang.
goes for it. Yeah, she goes for a head kick. I think it lands with no lot of power on it. She's staying on that back leg. Like she wants to be able to strike and bail at the same time. So you're not going to get a lot of power that way.
So keys to victory for Weili Zhang. She's got to push forward.
Yeah.
You're not going to beat Rose on your back foot with your back to the cage. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Rose is in command right here. She's controlling the center of the octagon, and she's picking her shots. You got to put Rose on her back foot. You got to make her think about some other things.
Zhang just landed a big shot. Rose is rocked.
That's what. And who's on the back foot now?
Yeah. Rose is rocked. And now Zhang caught a kick, and now Rose is back on her back. Zhang. Okay, so Zhang is.
Oh, nice head kick.
Rose is throwing up kicks. Zhang's trying to pass. I thought she was going to get a submission there.
She reached up and grabbed the neck to go ahead and pull her in and stay safe.
Okay, yeah.
We got a minute 22 seconds. Rose is on her back, but I don't see much going on here.
Yeah.
Rose will get this back up to the feet here shortly.
I don't know. I think Rose might want to choose to stay here a little while just to recover. So Rose got rocked, and this position that Zhang Weili is in came after rocking Rose Namajunas. Rose is back on her feet, which is where Zhang, I think, wants this fight. What do you think?
No.
No?
No. She caught Rose, don't get me wrong, but I think Rose is outstriking her all around.
I think Rose is still rocked. So they're clinching now in the middle. Rose was able to get up, but Zhang is using her power to try to get Rose to the ground. Rose is stuffed it, so it's still in the clinch right now in the middle of the ring. I think Rose has not recovered yet from the strike. Rose now has got Zhang to the ground. So forget what I just said.
So Rose needs to attack her hair right now. She needs to put her hand on that face, push that face down to the mat, and flatten her out. That's what she wants to do. Nice, I like it.
Yeah.
There she goes. She's got the hand across the neck, flattening her out. She also needs to get her away from the cage. Weili can use the cage to kind of get back up. And she turns.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I don't-
Rose posture to,
Yeah, I can't see the
tell what
fight right now.
happened. Yeah. End of the round. Amber. Bye. Thank you.
All right, end of the round. Okay. Who do you think won that round? Zhang
I don't know,
Weili.
man. That's a toss-up.
Zhang won the round.
Okay.
She rocked Rose, dropped her, because he got a knockdown,
Yeah.
and then you got the damage she did on the bottom. That wasn't sustained, but she did get Rose down to the ground. She did some ground and pound. Rose got back up, but I think that Zhang is winning. Got the first 2 rounds,
Okay.
but she looking a little tired. And I'm gonna put my little Texan in there. She looking tired.
I tell you, I don't like the way she bounces around so much. I feel like she's wasting a lot of energy.
Yeah, but you know someone else who bounces around like that.
Was it Joanna?
Holly Holm.
Yeah.
Now Holly Holm is
But
constantly.
Holly's is. I'm not saying she doesn't bounce around. Holly's is more flow. This was erratic, rabbit jumps. It's different.
I think Zhang's winning this fight right now, though. All right, round number 3. Zhang's throwing leg kicks.
And that's right. This is a 5-rounder, right?
It's
ladies and gentlemen?
5-rounder. So I think Rose needs to turn it up a little bit.
Or maybe she's being patient, saving that gas tank.
Yes, but it's round number 3. By my scorecards, I've got this 20-18 right now in favor of Zhang Weili.
I can see that.
So, they're right here. They're right here. Just trying to get inside. Big shot by Rose though. Rose landed a nice shot there. Zhang returned. Zhang throws a 2-punch combo and a kick. Only the kick lands. Body kick. Front kick by Rose. That one lands, but not a lot of power behind it. Leg kicks are traded. Now they're just kind of feeling each other out again. Big punch by Zhang doesn't land. So here we go.
Back to that filling out process, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. That's why we're not saying anything, because they're just feeling each other.
And again, earlier, I told you, Weili Zhang's got to stop backing up. She has to press Rose. The way she's fighting right now is not going to win her that fight in the same manner. I get it. You're saying she's up just because of the knockdown and the takedown the time on the ground.
Yeah.
But in the stand-up department right now, Weili Zhang needs to be putting pressure on her. She cannot sit there and just back up
and
all
she's
day.
kind of flailing, She's throwing these big punches. She just tried a spinning back fist. That was not even close. But she's winning on virtue of these, in a fight like this, you need a takedown. You need to rock them, and that's enough to win, because most of the fight is them,
But look at those big punches that Weili's just missing with.
And that is definitely not conserving your energy.
Right.
And again, this is a 5-round fight, ladies and gentlemen. This is not 3.
And with all the muscle that Zhang Weili has as well, we got to start thinking about the fatigue of the muscles when you're carrying that much weight. We see this a lot with the men, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now Rose presses forward. They collide, but she's not able to grab Weili. She's not able to land really anything. So it's just kind of a collision. Now, Rose landed something. Weili goes down. I can't tell if it was a slip. It might have been a slip, but Rose uses it to try to take the initiative here. Zhang has her against the cage. They're both fighting to try to get the fight to the ground. We're going to see who ends up on top. Shoulder strike by Rose Namajunas.
Rose.
2 shoulder strikes. Now Rose's back is against the cage. Zhang has her against the cage. They are grappling right now. Rose spins around and gets off. Zhang throws a punch on the way out. They're both throwing the leg kicks. Both of them getting in
Check
tight.
hook lands for Weili Zhang.
And they're just looking. Another leg kick by Zhang Weili.
Rose's inside leg is looking like hamburger meat.
It sure is. It's a left leg. It's all red from kicks. Oh, Zhang comes over the top. Rose gets her a 1-2 right on the inside. Those straight punches, man. Like everybody wants to throw these big looping things. Straight punches sometimes is all you need.
You know, I'm looking at Rose's footwork now. She's really flat foot on that front foot, man.
Zhang is still throwing a lot of power, a lot of speed.
There she goes. She's back to the bounce now. Nice switch off on from Rose.
Zhang gets the fight back to the ground again. 29 seconds left. Zhang is taking Rose's back. Trying to get a hook in. Nope, can't quite get a hook in. But she does have the leg trap. Rose is trying to get up, trying to roll. Rose.
Takes her back.
Is taking her back. Got 1 hook in. Got 2 hooks in.
Not enough time, though.
Takes a mount. Zhang Weili mounts Rose with 3 seconds left. And that's the round.
Weili Zhang is winning this fight.
3-0.
But it's not by any pretty means.
30-27, no. But she's getting the, in a fight where neither fighter is doing
significant amounts of damage.
So it comes down to a takedown. Because it comes down to, with a minute left, Zhang Weili takes Rose to the ground, takes her back, puts 2 hooks in, reverses to a mount, and only throws like 3 punches before the round's over. But that's enough to win the round.
Win the round, yeah.
So it's 3-0 right now as far as I'm concerned. Zhang Weili.
So is her name Weili Zhang or Zhang Weili?
So her name is Weili Zhang.
Okay.
But in to respect Chinese culture, the family name goes first.
Okay.
So we say Zhang Weili. So Kid LaHaye says Rose hops around like Sagat on Street Fighter. Tiger. All right, here we go. Round number 4. So.
Head kick by Weili Zhang.
Yeah, it's blocked, but she's still throwing it. She's looking for it. We're back at this position right here.
I was going to say, the movement these girls got going on, they're cardio queens.
Yep. So they're here. They're at this range right now.
It's really awe-striking to see the cardio Weili Zhang with that much muscle.
Yep.
Right hand by Rose.
So we're just
right hand by Rose again.
Yeah.
Rose is looking for that 1 money shot.
Yeah, Rose is going for the knockout, and maybe she knows. But once again, Zhang catches the kick. Oh, Zhang catches the kick, takes Rose to the ground. Rose starts kicking. Zhang falls and uses that, and Rose uses that to get back up. So now we're back at the ring again. So you can see the strategy is Zhang wants to get this fight to the ground.
Mm-hmm. Saw that Henry Cejudo.
You think it's the Henry Cejudo?
It's got to be. I tell you what a tactician he is when it comes to planning, man.
Yeah.
Like, so if he's involved in her camp, man, this is strategic.
All right, here we go.
Speaking of hamburger meat, Weili Zhang's leg looks a little chopped liver like too.
Yeah. Oh, and Zhang ducks under, tries to go for the takedown, spins around, tries to take Rose's back. He's got Rose's back in a body lock. Rose now is trying to get a hook in again. I think Zhang's going to try to get back into that mount position again. What do you think?
Definitely try to take it to the ground, and I'm actually more concerned about Weili Zhang going for submissions. I think she wants to choke Rose out.
Well, she's definitely got it. So right now they're right on the Monster M, and Zhang has a body lock on Rose. She's on top, trying to get. She's got one hook in now. She's gonna roll over and try to get the other hook in. So she's rolling over, and she's got one hook, just barely. One hook. She's gonna swing that leg over. Up, Rose is
doing the right thing, turning into the choke side.
So Zhang has the back. Rose is going. Zhang Weili's going for the neck.
I think we're going to see Rose reverse this.
Looks like she's going for it. So Zhang Weili's got the body lock right now.
Rose has it reversed.
Rose reversing now. Yep, there you go.
Look for the elbows coming from the top.
So now Rose is on top of Zhang Weili. So she wasn't able to do anything with the back position. So now Zhang is throwing elbows from the back. Rose is starting to posture up. This is what Rose needs. Rose is passing. She's in half guard right now. Passing on the right-hand side. Zhang is rolling underneath. And
nice reversal.
And tries to reverse, but now Rose is back in the full guard, closed guard now for Zhang Weili. Rose is on top, right on the M.
I like how you're on top of the positions like that, young man. You're
Thank
really
you.
good there.
Thank you. So we got about 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the fourth round. This is a good round for Rose.
This is a good fight, period, man.
Great fight.
It's a little bit of action somewhere everywhere. There's been no stall moments where they're trying to figure each other out.
Yeah.
But even in that, man, you see the gamesmanship going on.
100%. So Rose isn't doing a whole lot of damage, but she is in the top control, until she's ticking those minutes up. Zhang is trying to get her off. Almost got her off. So we're seeing significant strikes here. Looks
Rose
like
needs to be careful.
Yeah. Zhang's throwing those legs up, looking for that triangle.
Well, not just that up kick too.
Yeah. All right, so we've got about 58 seconds left. Rose is still looking kind of to pass, trying to do some ground and pound. Not really being super successful, but it's the top control time that really counts right now. No one's standing them up, so Rose is ticking that clock away.
And also winning this round as a result.
Okay, looks like Caleb Plant just got planted in the ground. He's getting a standing 8 count right now. So if you're watching, keeping track of Canelo, I think this is round 11. Is that right? Round 11. It looks like Caleb Plant is getting ready to get knocked out. Caleb Plant is turning the ship. Caleb Plant is getting ready to get finished by Canelo. He's down. It's over. It's over. Canelo wins. All right. We got 6 seconds left with Rose Namajunas and Zhang Weili. Zhang Weili didn't do really anything to get out of that position. So Rose is going to get credit for all that top time.
Got one more round in this one, ladies and gentlemen.
One more round. I think Rose needs a finish still. She wants to remain the title. Wants to hold on to the title. She needs a finish. She needs to pull a Canelo. Get a finish.
Do the do, baby.
Cheers. So you were talking about their cardio. Kid LaHaye says that's them girls playing jump rope all them years. For true, for real. All right, here we go. Round number five. Round number 5. Both of them still look pretty fresh. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Wait. So they kicked. Rose started the round without a mouthpiece. Got to get the mouthpiece in. We don't want to be like Anthony Smith getting teeth knocked out. All right, here we go. Round number 3, 4 minutes, 40 seconds left.
That would have been a big mistake if that had gone in.
So,
especially with some of these strikes that Weili Zhang's throwing.
So who looks worse as far as damage? You know, neither fighter is wearing a lot of damage on their face. It's mainly the leg kicks. Both of them have their legs are both swollen. But as far as I can see, neither one of them, there's no cuts, nothing like that. Both of them have a little bit of red in the face.
Yeah.
But neither one of them's wearing a whole lot of damage. So Rose is moving around. Got a little capoeira, a little bit of that Jenga step there.
Yep, she's got some different footwork.
Oh,
Nice,
Rose
good
with a takedown.
Rose.
This is like a Lawrence Taylor style, just takedown, just like, graw.
She did rush in on it.
She rushed in, just like,
Flip
raw.
that leg, though.
So, I think Rose has got to get a submission here. What do you think?
I don't know. Dude, it's hard to say, man. I
Rose
think that
needs to
last
finish.
round was her. You saying the first 3 rounds were all Weili?
I do. I don't even really feel like they were close.
Nice.
So
nice.
Rose has Weili on the ground, legs tied up, postured up, throwing some punches. So Zhang is adjusted position.
Nice. She got that arm around the back
Yeah.
of her neck. Weili Zhang adjusts.
Yeah.
Puts her back into her guard.
Right, and we're in close guard now. Rose is on top. Rose is stepping up. Zhang is throwing these kicks from the bottom, but Rose is able to get right back into the position. I feel like we got just under 3 minutes left in the fight. Rose keeps posturing up and giving Weili space to throw these up kicks.
I disagree with. I don't think it's that Rose is posturing. I think Weili Zhang is creating that space and then throwing it. See how she's bucking with her hips?
Yeah. Either way.
Weili Zhang's creating that space. That's not
Yeah.
Rose trying to get up.
Either way, I feel like Rose needs to be looking for a sub here. If you're going to spend this time on the ground, you're going to need to be looking for a sub. Because you got 2 minutes left, and I feel like she's down 3 rounds. Or it's 3-1 right now.
Nice.
So now Rose is passing. But no, she's right back in the guard.
Uh-oh.
Zhang is looking for a triangle there. Didn't quite get it, though. All right, Rose is looking back, trying to get in there, but she can't. She just keeps falling right back into that guard.
Weili Zhang can't stay here on her back, though.
Well, if Rose wins any one of the first 3 rounds, then yeah. But Zhang. So if you're like, well, what's going on? What's going on? It's basically Rose on top, Zhang on the bottom, and
Not a lot of strikes being landed.
not a lot of anything's being landed really. Nothing of note.
She's posturing, trying to get the positions.
And every time Rose tries to pass the legs, Zhang adjusts and finds herself back into a closed guard. So, I mean, it's great. You got great ground game happening here. Clearly they know their jiu-jitsu. And we're just not seeing a lot of strikes, a lot of action. So, we'll tell you if something happens. Big punch by Rose coming up, but
I hate these up kicks.
the up kicks by Zhang, she's just throwing them like she's on a bicycle, and it's like one of those could land, and if one of those lands, it could be lights out. But Rose is right back into close guard. 21 seconds left in the fight. Rose is still on top, just kind of grinding Zhang Weili. Well, this is what I was telling you, that we want to see what Zhang would do on the ground, and not much. She's not getting up.
Nope, not even really attempting to. up
And that's
kicks
the
were one
fight.
thing, but
The fight's over. Fight's over. Rose finishes the 5th round on top. So now it comes down to, was I right about Zhang winning the first 3 rounds? Clearly, rounds 4 and 5 went to Rose. So we'll see if the judges agree with me. So yeah, Zhang can't get up. She couldn't get up.
didn't even look like she was really trying, other than the up kicks.
Yeah. So we'll see. It's going to the scorecards. Never leave it in the hands of the judges. Camp says, let's go Rose. Rose won. Who do I think will win? I scored the first 3 rounds in favor of Zhang Weili. So I think Zhang will walk away and new, but we're waiting to see. Waiting to see. Rose landed some great strikes though, but in the first 3 rounds you had a big takedown, you had a knockdown in the 2nd round, and then you had a takedown in the 3rd. The 3rd might have been a little close because Rose also had some.
I was gonna say, yeah, Rose wound up on top at the end of the round.
Right, I believe so. So maybe Rose gets the 3rd round. But definitely Rose gets the 4th. Definitely Rose gets the 5th. So,
Some people may even consider 10-8 rounds in one of those two, because that's pretty lengthy time on her back.
Yeah. I hope not. I mean, these days, these refs be giving away 10-8 rounds like
Skittles.
Yeah. So, I know that some people hate it when I say I predict a split decision, but depending on how the third round goes, you might get a split decision here. All right, here we go. These are the results. The official decision. Oh, Bruce. Okay, here we go.
Split.
48-47, Weili Zhang. 48-7, Nama Yunus. 49-46. Rose Namajunas wins the fight. And still 49-46. I don't know if I agree with a 49-46.
What did we say earlier about the judges?
Never leave it in the hands of the judges. I don't know. 48-47 for sure.
49-46.
How do you give up 49-46?
That means he thought she won 1 round.
Zhang Weili won 1 round. What? That's unbelievable to me. Thug Rose. Yeah, I said she. It's possible that she could have won the 3rd round.
Yeah, but 4 rounds.
You know why I'm holding it for?
What?
Because I'm 4 for 4 coming into the final fight. I don't agree that, this whole notion that you got to beat the champ to be the champ kind of thing, but it's one of those things where I thought it was I thought it was a
pretty resounding first 3 rounds.
I thought first 3 rounds was Zhang Weili. So, okay. Zhang won the fight, but Rose won the fight. I like that. Thug Rose. So what does Rose do now?
Who's up next in that division?
I don't know that there's. I mean, now that Joanna the J-Chick is nowhere to be found, she only wants championship fights. Yeah, so now we're talking to Zhang Weili. Carla Esparza is the next fight. You got to get that rematch between Carla Esparza and Rose Namajunas. That's the next fight. I'm actually excited for that fight.
There's a couple of good fights up in there.
You got Mackenzie Dern.
Marina Rodriguez.
Yeah. I think. Is that Angela Hill on the list?
She's ranked number 12.
She got to win some fights, man. Come on, Angela, win some fights. You got Marina Rodriguez. You got Carla Esparga. Yao Jianan. Mackenzie Dern. Nina Nunes. You know who that is? Mm-hmm. Formerly Nina Ansarov. That's Amanda Nunes' wife. All right. These judges, yes. Yeah, it's. So I'm gonna plug the scoring methodology. I want to go back and refine it, make it easier. Actually, I was in church when I should have been listening to the homily. I'm sitting in church going, how can I make the scoring methodology easier? So I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, what we could do is change the template. We can make the scoring easy.
In church.
In church. So, one of the things that I attempted to do was to develop a scoring methodology so that it becomes more consistent, so that we as fans can agree, like what we're watching, and give terminology to the value of what's going on in the fight. And unfortunately, that's what doesn't exist in MMA, so you can never really know who's going to win the fight when it goes to the judges. I feel like we as fans of the of MMA and of the UFC, we've seen enough fights that we are educated about what we're seeing in the cage, and to be so off from what the judges are seeing.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why we don't start to standardize a methodology for scoring fights.
Well, I think there is. The judges just don't adhere to it.
So Thomas is saying, not a fan of judges, but if you've ever judged a combat sport, you'll know that you only get to see it from a crappy point of view. He says, and those monitors don't really help because half the time they watch the fight through the cage. I feel like you have to, that all of this has to be taken into account. Like, if you're going to use the monitors, then train on watching fights through the monitors and not through the cage. Because I can tell you, I had the pleasure to judge Muay Thai fights. Fury kickboxing here in Dallas. I got to be a judge for those fights. Number one, it is mentally exhausting.
Keeping up with what's going on. And so it is really hard to do. So I don't want to pretend like judging is easy. It's not. Like, you don't get to enjoy the fight. If you've ever judged a combat sport, you don't get to enjoy it because you're watching. Did that land? Did that not land? How hard did that land? Did it do damage? Do I score this bigger than the last strike?
Yeah. So you have to be dialed in. You cannot be distracted whenever you're judging a fight. But I think it also has to happen. There needs to be a methodology, and that's why I like Muay Thai so much.
What? Go ahead, I'm listening.
I knew I'd get his attention when I say I like Muay Thai. But that's what I like about Muay Thai is the fact that there is a hierarchy to the strikes. So if you got a guy who's just throwing punches and a guy who's throwing a variety of strikes, then the guy who's throwing a variety of strikes, by definition, is winning the fight. Or do you disagree?
Oh, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that with these judges, it just doesn't always happen that way.
So when you have a methodology, when you have a hierarchy of what's going on in the fight, then we can all collectively see this is what's happening. But if you don't, and you got a judge who prefers strikes, you got this judge that prefers kicks,
punches,
and you got
over.
Yeah, it's like you never know, and you get these weird 4-1 kind of scores, and
or what was this, 49-46?
Yeah, 49-46. Who saw 49-46?
So, it's showing some of the pre-fight highlights of Kamaru Oozman and Colby right now.
Right. This is
Dude,
it.
I went back and watched the first 3 rounds of their first fight. that was a banger. Oh my God.
Oh man, yeah.
There's no ground game whatsoever to be had.
They were just standing up, toe to toe.
I broke your face.
I broke.
Have you heard some of the press
your
conference
face.
talk that they've had here
No, I
lately?
haven't. Not looked.
Oh, Colby Covington has been talking mad noise about Kamaru's dad. He's gone
Really?
to jailbird. He's on probation.
Wow.
Said his PO is looking for him.
Wow.
Told him he'd get him a ticket to the fight, but he got to check with his PO.
See,
It's been bad.
you know, there you go, folks. Get that Combat Sports Talk sign. Shout out to Tom Rios. We should have called Tom.
He's on tonight?
No, but
Oh.
Tom is the one who designed and built the Combat Sports Talk box, and so
Yep, I'm
shout out
texting
to
him
Tom
right
Rios. See if he'll come to the Line and Crown with us.
Okay.
All right. So Ulfric's got Colby Covington. All right, so let's talk about it. Who you got?
The Nigerian Nightmare, also known as Marty Fake News.
So I also have Kamaru Oozman. So, you know, So we also have a Combat Sports Talk Facebook page, and then we have a group on Facebook called the Intelligent Defense Discussion Group. So the whole notion is, I was in a lot of these other UFC discussion groups, and I just got annoyed because it would be like, who would win in a fight? Brendan Moreno or Francis Ngannou, and they show the pictures, or who would win, you know, Iceman, you know, Chuck Liddell versus, you know, freaking John Jones. It's like two different eras, two different fights. Why, you know, and I just got tired of those discussion group questions. So I was like, I'm going to start my own, where it's really designed for us to have an intellectual conversation about the sports that we love. And so I started the Intelligent Defense Discussion Group with the idea that if you're gonna make a point, you better intelligently defend your point, because we're coming for you. So so I posted on there, Chael Sonnen picked Colby Covington
For this fight?
for this fight, and it's like, okay, so we all know that Colby calls Chael Uncle Chael.
Yeah.
Because
He takes after him.
they both grew, you know, Colby grew up in Oregon, Chael's from Oregon. You know, I think Chael was a bit of a mentor for Colby Covington when he was coming up in wrestling. So, yeah, of course Chael's going to pick Colby Covington. And so I just kind of took offense to how they, the points that Chael raised about why Colby was going to win, because he's saying that Kamaru Usman's made it to the top of the mountain, and so he's not hungry anymore, while Colby is still clawing his way to the top. And so, you know, it's what does Kamaru have to fight for these days? You know, and it's like, you know what? Kamaru has something to fight for. That's like saying, well, you know, Valentina Shevchenko, what does she have to fight for? She's knocking everybody out. She's finishing everybody. They talked to her. You know what she said?
What up?
She said, it took me 27 years to get to this point. Why would I just get bored all of a sudden? Kamaru Usman had to beg people to fight him.
People were ducking him. He couldn't get a fight. He's on a 14-fight winning streak.
Yeah. So this is one of those things where it's about legacy at this point. It's about the pride and being able to say, I am the greatest welterweight of all time, trying to eclipse George St. Pierre. There's still something to fight for. So I don't think you can say that Kamaru doesn't have anything to fight for. If you believe Colby Covington has what it takes to be able to win this fight, then just say so. And I think it's a valid point.
Oh, he definitely has what it takes
Colby
to win this
Covington
fight.
is
If you
a
go back
beast.
and look at the first 2-3 rounds, he was lighting Kamaru up. He had Kamaru stunned and shook for a while.
Yeah.
So Colby can absolutely win this fight.
100%. Oh, here's Kurt Angle music. Okay, look, I'm a former UFC, and I'm a former WWE, professional wrestling fan.
Is that what we call it?
So what's funny is that the call, whenever the Kurt Angle music plays, is "You suck."
Uh-huh.
So they don't really think that Colby sucks, but it's what you say
That's
when
what you say when, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So Oozman could become the GOAT. With 3 more wins, he'd have 7 title defenses and a 17-fight win streak, breaking Silva's record for the longest win streak in UFC history.
And did it in a much shorter time.
Yeah. So Kid LaHaye is saying that he thinks Colby's going to wrestle with him. And he goes, I think Kamaru took his soul last time. I don't know if he took his soul, but he did break his face. I am excited about this fight. This is going to be a great fight because Colby Covington has all the tools. He's got the cardio. He's got the wrestling. He's got the striking. He's got everything you need.
They cancel each other out in so many ways, man, that it just boils down to who wants it more.
Right.
In the end, it's really what it comes to. You saw that in the last fight. Here they are, 2 well-decorated wrestlers, and all they did was strike.
Yep.
And honestly, I feel like the better striker right now is Kamaru. So if it goes down to that again, I think that's what we're going to see.
So here, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So, one of the things that they were saying is that both of these fighters changed camps.
Yeah.
Now, the one question is, we've seen Kamaru Oozman fight after changing camps. He fought Gilbert Burns and he fought Jorge Masvidal. His striking leveled up.
Yeah, absolutely. Even in his fight with Colby, his striking had leveled up.
Right, but he was still at the old camp, I believe.
I'm just saying, it had already, the process was already taking place.
Sure. Colby changed camps, but this is his first fight since changing camps.
And weren't they originally at the same gym for a while?
I don't know because
No, I'm thinking Jorge Masvidal.
Jorge Masvidal, yes, and Colby Covington were at the same gym. I think they used to be roommates. So we're going to see if this coaching change for Colby Covington is going to pay off, because that's the unknown as far as I'm concerned. Everything else we know about Colby Covington is true and is the same. We know the same about Kamaru Oozman, but I feel like we know a little bit more about Kamaru than we know about Colby right now with regards to the coaching change. He feels like the smaller gym. He's got more dedication from his coaches. He's the only fighter there, of note.
Who?
Colby.
Oh.
And so, amazing as Kamaru comes out, the amount of boos. So, the room lights up green, which is the native land of Kamaru Oozman, Nigeria. So, here we go.
I
So,
wonder what he's walking out to.
I can't tell. It just sounds like distortion to me. So,
He should get a song created. I broke your face.
well, I can tell you, here, I got it queued up here. Let me see if I can find it. No, I don't have it. I thought I had it queued up. Tyron Woodley is an artist. Maybe he can make something for Kamaru Oozman. Colby ain't gonna do nothing.
Last time he made a song, he lost.
Ain't gonna do nothing. And then Colby comes out and wears him out. So yeah, I don't think you want Tyron Woodley making songs for you. So Kamaru has more power. He's a bigger dude, just from a frame perspective. I think Kamaru is a bigger guy. So Kamaru's taking his time coming out there. Imagine a round 1 knockout in this fight. So let me talk about what I think about round 1 knockouts, especially early in the fight. It really pisses me off. Not because I feel like we were cheated, because we waited all this time and had all this build-up and then boom, one punch, 1 kill kind of thing. But it's more so the fact that we don't get to see how things play out, right? Like, I go back to the fight between Amanda Nunes and Chris Cyborg. That was a round 1 knockout. Mm-hmm. So we saying that Amanda Nunes is that much better than Chris Cyborg? That she just dominated her in the first round, 1-round knockout?
Or what we have seen if it had gotten past that
Yeah,
first round.
what would have happened? I mean, I think another good example is what we just saw with Zhang Wei Li. You know, you had Rose Namajunas finish her in the first round, and Rose could have been like, I already knocked her out in the first round. I don't need to fight her again. No, you caught her, and that's what happens sometimes. You catch a fighter, and the fight's over. But you don't actually see you don't actually get a good sense of who's the better fighter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I catch you, then you're like, boom, you caught me, I got knocked out. But
it doesn't mean that that's the way it's going to go
it
every
doesn't
time,
mean
or the
you're
way
the
it
better
should have
fighter.
gone in the first place.
Yeah, you mean to tell me that Jorge Masvidal is 5 seconds better than than Ben Askren? Yeah, Jorge's probably better. Maybe he's better than Ben Askren, but not 5-second knockout better.
Yeah.
So that's what I don't want. I don't want a flash knockout in the first round. I want to see this fight go to round 2, round 3, so that we can get a sense of who's winning the fight, and then you get a knockout.
Or if something were like that to go on, be so dominant in those exchanges in that first round where it's just evident, like, no, this guy's not getting out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, and we've seen that too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou knocks you out in the first round, you got knocked out because he's knocking everybody out in the first round. So nobody's making it past the first round.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerian Nightmare has entered the octagon.
He looks like he's at peace. All right, Achilles killed that man in only 2 seconds. We should have seen it play out. I disagree. In real battle, one slip is all it takes. You are absolutely correct. One slip is all it takes to win a fight. But if we start to try to compare who's the better fighter, one fighter slip doesn't mean that, you're prone to slipping. No, it happens. We're human. We're fallible. So I like to see these fights play out more because of the fact that we get a good gauge of who's better than who. If you slip in the first round and get knocked out or choked out, it doesn't tell us anything about the comparative quality of the two fighters. But yes, I do agree.
Both weighed in at 169.
Oh, you know what we should be doing? I'm late. Okay, so this is something that we do. This is called the buffer factor. So what we do is we time how long it takes Bruce Buffer to announce the fight. So I probably missed the first 10 seconds. I'm going to bleed off 10 seconds at the end. But what we're going to do is if there is a flash knockout, then that means that this fight failed the buffer factor. And that means that the fight did not last at least as long as it took to announce it. So that's what we're doing right now. Usually takes about 3 minutes to announce a main event fight. So we're gonna set the buffer factor. Like I said, we're probably about 10 seconds late on this, but so we're gonna add 10 seconds to the end of this. So, and he's giving us a little bit because we're in Madison Square Garden, so we might actually get like a 3:30.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Look, even its time is long. So, all right, so we're timing the buffer factor here.
Dude, imagine being Bruce Buffer and some of the fights that you know.
Oh man, being Bruce Buffer would be really cool. I'll tell you this though, I would be using my Bruce Buffer announcer voice every chance I got. All right, so Colby Covington's being announced right now. You know, this is a really good workout. Holding the phone, like my shoulder is like, what are you doing? Bend that elbow, prop it.
He might run 3 minutes on this for real.
He might run at 3 minutes. So we're at 2 minutes right now. All right, here we go. We're announcing Kamaru Oozman right now. $169 in the weigh-in.
It's been a nice number for some folks.
You could have had that tiramisu. So we're 230. I gotta get a smaller phone, my man. Woo!
We literally ran 3 minutes in the intros. Oh, you see that? He's walking up to Colby.
All right, we're gonna bleed off 10 seconds, so we're gonna be 255 is the call. All right, there you go. We'll call it 259 and 99. They are facing each other. They're squatted over, bending face to face. Here we go. Buckle up, folks. We in for a ride. I feel like short round off of Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. Hold on, lady. We going for a ride.
You're gonna see some broke hands and some elbows to the face, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Dan Mergliotta is the referee. Here we go. Standing in the center, right on the M. Leg kick by Colby Covington, and that misses.
Colby's in that southpaw stance. Kamaru's in the orthodox. So we're going to see the right hand be a factor for Kamaru. We're going to see the left hand and the left body kick be a factor for Colby.
All right, here we go. So Colby slides in real quick. Quick jab, moves out just before the jab lands by Oozman. So jab by Kamaru Oozman. I think it touched him. I don't think it... No damage, but it did touch. Colby came in with that left, that straight left.
So we're going to see a lot of that from Colby.
Yep.
There's
So
that left body kick.
Yeah, Colby comes back with that left again.
Kamaru's taking nice angles and moving over.
Yeah, leg kick by Colby Covington. That lands.
Every time you see Kamaru cut that angle like that, you're going to see that right hand go. Nice.
Colby comes with a big overhand left, and Kamaru ducks under. All right, so they're just kind of feeling each other out. Colby dives. Kamaru Oozman. Colby goes in for a takedown. Kamaru flips him, and we're wrestling now. Kamaru's got a front headlock, and so we're now seeing wrestling. We all wanted to see what happens when Colby and Kamaru wrestle. Oozman was ready. They're back up on their feet, feeling each other out.
I love how Oozman fakes a takedown, has no intentions of it.
Yeah, Colby comes with a Hadouken uppercut. Colby comes with a left body kick. It lands, but not a lot of power behind it.
So this is
Oozman's faking down.
Quite different start to the fight than their first one. Their first one, they came out, no feeling out process. They're definitely feeling each other out.
Yeah, there's a lot of respect between these two guys. As much as we've seen the trash talk. Colby throws a nice punch, and he's landed a couple on Kamaru Oozman at this point. Landed a couple strikes on Kamaru. Quick jab by Kamaru does not land though.
So I told you earlier, Kamaru has never been taken down in the UFC.
And still has not. That did not score as a takedown. All right, Colby comes in, 1-2. The second punch kind of lands.
Kamaru's making some nice angle reads and takes, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. That's the second time he's done that.
Yeah.
And again, he's trying to set up his right hand.
Yep. So there's a nice little exchange there. Both fighters landed a couple of punches there.
There it is again.
Kamaru throws a quick jab. All right, we got 2 minutes left. Kamaru tries to take him down. Colby grabs the head. Kamaru's got his back. Throwing from the back. Colby gets back up.
Nice.
Comes back with a head kick, but it doesn't land. Colby throws a couple of punches. They don't land either.
The left body kick we talked about.
Left body kick. Kamaru catches it, throws back with the left jab. So they're just standing right now, just off center from the cage. Colby's got closer to the edge of the cage. Kamaru's stalking down, cutting off the angles here. All right, here we go. Here we go. Kamaru's face to face. We got 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the first round. This round's going by so fast. Quick jab by Kamaru Oozman. Okay. Colby bails out just as Kamaru starts coming in, so reset at the middle. Colby comes in with a flurry. Neither one of them lands. Nice left hand by Colby. That lands. Throws it again. Kamaru comes back with a right hand. And now Kamaru throws a combo. The last of the strikes land. What you got? What did you see?
The check hook looked like it landed and kind of wobbled Colby there for a second.
Yeah. So now they're colliding a little bit.
Headbutt.
Maybe had a collision of heads there. We got 34 seconds left. So we've eclipsed the buffer factor, so we're good here.
Nice left-handed by Colby again.
Yeah.
Nice uppercut from Kamaru. I couldn't tell if it landed or not.
Couldn't quite tell. We're at a bad angle there. So there we go. Jabs, just throwing.
There we go. This is reminiscent of the first
so
fight
now we're starting to get in a little bit. We got about 8 seconds left. All right, there we go. All right, that's the end of the first round. End of the first round.
That was 30%.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Kamaru at 30%. Imagine if he was at 60%. All right. I don't know what's going on with Colby's corner, man. They were late to get him a stool. Okay, Colby has a big red mark on his forehead. That may have been where the collision of heads happened.
That and looks like it tended to some little cut or nick.
So maybe a small cut on Colby's right cheek. We're only...
He's second win.
Yeah. Yeah, so there was a collision of heads, and so the cut on Colby's cheek is from the collision of heads. Okay, so who do you have winning the first round?
Kamaru.
So I got Kamaru winning the first round too. What do you guys have? Let me know what y'all think. Who's winning the rounds? All right, here we go. Round number 2. All right, here we go. Back in the center of the ring again. All right, there we go. Here we go. Head kick by Colby. Kamaru responds with a nice flurry. Catches Colby. Man, they're throwing so hard.
Kind of touched him behind the head. I think that's what. Both of them got hit behind the head.
Yeah. They got a little wobbled there. Colby lands the body kick. Kamaru catches it, tries to return, but wasn't quite long enough.
Angle take I was talking about again.
Yeah.
Dude, I want you to keep your eye on that. He is setting something up there.
Colby comes in. Kamaru steps off to the side, throws a response. I don't know if he landed both of the strikes. It looked like he landed one of them. Colby throws a 1-2. Neither one of them lands. Colby throws a leg kick. That lands. They're just kind of feeling each other out. Colby throws a 1-2. Doesn't land. He ducks under. Rolls out. Kamaru throws a slow left jab. Colby throws a jump, kind of a jump punch, and now they're grappling. Kamaru's throwing a body shot there, a couple of body shots. Colby's trying to get the fight to the ground, and he can't. He can't get it to the ground. Colby throws another Hadouken uppercut.
Kamaru has his defense built into his offense these days, it looks like.
So talk about that. What does that mean?
Like, you'll see when he throws a strike, he steps off depending on the angle or the side.
Yeah.
Like
Man, what's up with Colby? That was kind of a lazy body kick there. Colby throws a left, kind of lands. Colby's throwing just a couple of quick punches there. Neither one of them really lands. He's just pointing out the jab lands for Kamaru. Leg kick by Colby. Jab for Kamaru does not land. Colby throws a combo. The first one lands, but the second one doesn't. Body kick by Kamaru.
Temporarily switched stance. He went back to orthodox now.
Yeah.
Something else I am noticing about Kamaru.
Yeah.
When he throws that jab hand, he leaves that hand back. He brings it back low.
Think he maybe follow a head kick. Colby comes up with a head kick. Colby's looking for the head kick. He must have saw something. Big shots by Kamaru. Looks like they're blocked. Kamaru's coming in. All right, Colby's starting to make his attack now. Colby's got Kamaru up against the cage. He's driving.
So Kamaru's got his head.
Yeah,
There you go, he freed it.
So Colby's grappling, got Kamaru up against the cage. Kamaru's got a left overhook. And now he's got it. We've got the single, so that's one leg up by Colby, but he hasn't been able to make the connection with his hands. So now Kamaru's got the overhook, throwing the shoulder strikes to Colby, throw another shoulder strike to Colby. We got a minute 30 seconds left. Colby's got Kamaru up against the cage. Shoulder strikes by Kamaru. Kamaru's got the overhook. Now they break. Front left kick or front right kick by Kamaru. Leg kick.
In the first fight that I hadn't seen so much this fight. The front kick.
Yeah. So there we go. So here we go. Kamaru's coming in, throwing some punches. Colby's covering up. Colby throws the left. Another Hadouken uppercut for Colby. He's really trying to find that uppercut, man. All right, here we go. Here we go. They're just kind of looking for an opportunity. You got about 35 seconds left. Another front kick by Kamaru Oozman. Oh, big jumping in punch. Colby just got dropped. Colby just got dropped again. All right, here we go. It's a brawl now. Colby's been dropped twice. Colby's 15 seconds left. Kamaru needs to get off of him. Throw some punches. 10 seconds left. 9. Colby got dropped twice in this round. And he's just, So Colby's got dropped twice. Okay, we're looking at how is Colby walking. Colby's whole side of his face is bloody, but it's from that small cut. So 2 drops. Colby just got dropped twice. So who you got winning that round?
Don't play.
All right, here we go.
Come out and they pour water on you, you lost that round.
All right, so we're going to go back and look at the replay. What happened? Left hook right on the chin. Dropped him. He got back up. Got an uppercut. Kamaru landed an uppercut. Left hook right again, right on the ear that time. Colby dropped again. See, at that point, you should back up. Make him stand up. Kamaru wanted that finish so bad, you know?
Yeah.
Kamaru wanted that finish so bad. Stand him up and then come back in. All right, Colby's smiling. Colby's breathing. Where's cardio? The cardio king.
It has been quite a bit of a different fight.
It hasn't been a lot of super fast pace, but they're creeping up on each other, coming into the round number 3. All right, here we go. Colby throws the body kick again. Looks like Colby's recovered. I mean, you got to give Colby some credit, man. Like, he took those 2 big shots, got dropped twice, and he's back in it. He looks good. All right, here we go. Colby comes in a little bit. Kamaru backs out. Colby's throwing another left. He still looks very dangerous. All right, Colby throws another kick. It's kind of blocked by Kamaru. So they're just kind of right here. They're just Colby throws a nice little cross there, but I don't think he put enough behind it. Oh, Colby gets a nice combo there. Catches Kamaru right on the top of the head. Kamaru's keeping that jab, looking patient. If you got it once, you can get it again. Kamaru fakes the takedown. Kamaru throws a jab, catches Colby. Colby comes in with the uppercut. That one lands. He landed that one.
You want a slice of pizza?
Kamaru with the jab.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right. Kamaru's headhunting. You know, the thing about headhunting is that when you headhunt, you leave yourself open to get countered.
Every time.
And Kamaru's throwing these big punches, and like, just keep it tight, man. Stay in the pocket, because Colby is still dangerous, man. It's like it's like a dead wasp, right? You can that thing can still sting you. It's dead, but it can still sting you. Colby throws another body kick right on the arm of Kamaru Oozman. Colby comes in with a 1-2 big looping punches. Colby catches Kamaru on a combo again. That left straight, like you were talking about, that left hand. Colby comes in, tries to go with a takedown, sprawl.
I don't know why he's even attempting that.
Kamaru Oozman sprawled. He's working the head right now.
Back to the body.
Yep.
2 minutes in this round, and for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Colby, yeah. Right as Colby got up from the takedown, Kamaru's there with the hook. Here we go. Kamaru with the jab. All right, this is a cross because he's in orthodox right now. Can you see okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, here we go. All right, they're grappling.
That left hook touched him again.
Yep. So that left hook's going to be open.
Nice, good right body kick from Kamaru. Kamaru Dean.
All right, there you go. Colby's still landing punches.
Have you been paying attention to like Kamaru's footwork, like when he sidesteps like that? It's something new I hadn't seen out of him before.
It's that Trevor Whitman, the T-dub step. Huh? You like that? T-dub step.
Nice. Good pull and counter.
Yep.
Oh, they're cracking.
Now they're starting to throw. We got about 49 seconds left.
Dude, it's so much different when you hit somebody with 4-ounce gloves.
I hope to never know that for sure. I'll take your word for it. I don't ever want to get hit with a 4-ounce glove.
Nice
body shot by Kamaru Oozman.
Colby's wearing some damage, man.
Yeah, he is. But, Kamaru Oozman's taking it now, though. 3-4 punches by Colby Covington. 2 of them land, but Kamaru's backing up. Colby is coming. Colby's got Kamaru's back. Colby's dragging Kamaru to the ground.
First time
I don't know.
has ever been taken.
I don't know if it's going to score yet. I don't know if it's going to score. Kamaru looks like he's grabbing the cage. Can't grab the cage. Colby looked really good at the end of that fight. I don't know if you're going to score a takedown or not on that. I hope they let us know, because Colby took his back, had the body lock, tried to drag Kamaru down, but he was getting back up, so he never truly was down.
And both knees weren't down, so no, I don't think you can score that as a takedown.
So that was a takedown. Daniel Cormier says that was a takedown. Okay, so maybe it's 2-1 right now?
What you saying? Colby won that?
I'm not saying Colby won it. I'm asking if Colby won that.
No.
Okay, so George has it 3. George has it 3-0 for Kamaru.
All right, here we go.
I don't think you can negate that entire round.
I hope Colby wins round 4 submission. Let's go, Colby. So you're praying Colby wins USA. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We're round number 4. Round number 4. Here we go. Colby, round 3 was the best round for Colby so far. So Daniel Cormier is calling it a takedown. I don't know if it scored a takedown or not. Okay, so Joe Rogan's saying that it did not count as a takedown. Why is Daniel Cormier hating? Okay, Dean Thomas is saying it was a takedown. Colby's landing punches on Kamaru.
No, he is not landing. Please, come on now. Quit hyping him. Boy, you acting like the commentators over here.
I'm trying.
Kamaru slipped half of all of that.
All right. Kamaru's coming back, though. Kamaru was able to reset. Now he's throwing that jab again. Colby explodes, but doesn't really land anything. Throws a 1-2, doesn't land it. Kamaru with a body kick. Kamaru's coming in for that body shot. Colby moved out right at the last minute.
You know, I'm surprised he hasn't attacked the body more because that was one of the things he did really well in the first fight.
Mm-hmm.
That rear teep to the front.
Yep.
And lots of body shots. He was throwing this like rear uppercut that was landing to the body a lot in the first fight.
So, you know, it's little skirmishes here and there. Colby's trying to land an uppercut. Colby just landed a big right hook on Kamaru. Colby lands another one, but Kamaru responds. Colby lands a right jab.
Why you say that about that left?
I did. I said Kamaru responds.
All right.
I'm trying to be fair.
You sound mighty one-sided here, player.
I said Kamaru responds, but the action was going fast.
I think you're Team Colby right now.
No, Kamaru just landed with that left hook, though. Colby's covering up.
There's that body shot.
Oozman comes with a body shot.
It's grazed. A lot of these shots are grazed.
Oh, Kamaru's starting to land now, and Colby's looking to wrestle. Colby's coming back. Man, Kamaru's just landing heavy shots, though. It's like 1-2, but they're heavy. You got these skirmishes that are going on, dude. So, like, they look at each other, then there's a skirmish, and they back off, and then they look at each other, and they skirmish again. Oozman's starting to work his footwork.
He has really built his defense into his offense.
Colby tries to throw another kind of head kick, body kick. Big left hand by Kamaru. Kamaru steps in real confident there and throws that punch there. So right now, it's just body kick by Colby. Colby's coming in, throwing a flurry.
Kamaru needs to back out.
Yep, Kamaru backed out. Yeah, Colby landed kind of a nice body kick and then followed up with a flurry. Kamaru tried to stand in there, but it's just not a safe place. You got to back out. He could be up 3-0 right now.
Who, Kamaru?
Yeah. You know, don't get caught.
Man, there's something definitely up with that canvas in that octagon.
They are sliding around. A lot of slipping. It's all those freaking logos on the floor.
Nice.
Colby tried to go for another takedown.
Check hook on the break.
Colby tried to go for another takedown. Colby's really trying to get a takedown here. We got 35 seconds left. 33 seconds left. Colby's trying to get this takedown. So I don't think he's in a spot where he get dirty box in there. Big left hand by Colby. Kamaru's fighting his way off the cage there. Circles around, circles out. All right, here we go. Uh-oh, Kamaru's wobbled. What?
Even Dan started smiling. So I've noticed something. Kamaru, before he gets ready to throw that right hand, he tightens it here. He tends to fight here, but when he wants to throw that right hand, it comes here. Check for it.
Yeah, we'll look for it. So Kamaru got wobbled right at the horn. So he got hit, wobbled, and then the horn blew. So what we have the score 3-0 Oozman. This is the 4th round just ended. What do you have? Do you think Colby won that round?
No.
So George has it 4-0 Oozman right now. For me, I think it's 3-1. I think it's 3-1. All right, this is it. This is 5th round. Here we go. Let's do it.
Dan is smiling. He's cracking up.
Yeah, Dan
got the best
Mergliata.
seat in the house.
Yeah, that's right. He gets to watch these two guys go. No touch gloves, no show of respect yet. They're just standing right in the center of the ring.
Watch Kamaru tighten that hand when he wants to throw it.
All right, we'll see if there's a tail. Colby's coming right back. So, Colby. No, Colby did not score a knockdown in the 3rd. Colby did not score a knockdown in the 3rd. Three, 1, 4-0 plays the same. It does, absolutely. But Colby's trying. But Kamaru is right there in the pocket. Kamaru's right there in the pocket. Body shot, big body shot. Kamaru's turning on the pace. Colby comes in the 1-2. 1-2 again. This fight is it's so close. Colby tried to go for a takedown, and Kamaru sprawls. Kamaru's got the front headlock. It's sprawling. So we're 3 minutes, 36 seconds left. Colby's grabbing the shorts. Is he grabbing the shorts?
Yep.
And Kamaru's just holding onto that head and sprawling, just holding him down to the ground. So here we go. We've got 3 minutes, 7 seconds left. And these guys have just poured everything into this fight. So now this is just gut check time. Who wants it more? Is Colby going to get the finish? Is Kamaru going to be able to stay up, do the damage that he needs to do? Ooh, Kamaru throws a head kick. Oh, Colby comes back, hits Kamaru. It's real hard with these angles, man.
I just feel like you're being so biased in your commentary.
Man, why?
Days,
No, I'm trying to be fair.
Colby. Am I wrong, crew? Do y'all hear it out there, Combat Sports Talk Nation?
I'm just saying. This is what I'm seeing.
Kamaru just threw 3 shots. Ryan didn't say anything.
Did they land? He threw shots, but he didn't land. The body shot landed.
You guys heard that through the mic.
Come on.
I think you're being biased, bruh.
Oh, Kamaru slipped. Oh, I shouldn't have said he slipped. I got to be biased. Colby knocks Kamaru down. No, Kamaru slips.
But he did take a kick on the way down.
Yeah. So Colby now has Kamaru up against the cage.
I hope somebody definitely brings that to the UFC's attention about the slippage.
1 minute and 40 seconds left, guys.
Going on in that octagon tonight.
1 minute and 40 seconds. Colby has Kamaru up against the cage. He's just kind of throwing these little short punches.
This is not going to win him the fight.
It's not in the fight. Theoretically, he's losing the fight right now. Either 3-1 or 4-0. Grappling on the cage is not a winning strategy right now. Colby tried to throw an elbow off the exit, though. I don't know if it landed. You have to let me know.
I don't think it landed.
I don't think it landed either. Kamaru's just jabbing. We got 1 minute left in this fight. Down to the last 60 seconds.
Look at that right
Big
hand.
Haruken. Didn't land. Colby throws the head kick, but it doesn't go anywhere close to the head. Here we go. Kamaru's just coming in. I feel like he landed that. I feel like it kind of wobbled Colby there. So John Anik is saying with the 2 knockdowns. We got an eye poke. So now we're going to hear Colby talk about the eye poke at less than 1 minute left in the fight. We got the eye poke. Oh, he poked my eye. Bruh.
So John was saying, what, 10-8? There was a 10-8 round with the 2 knockdowns?
So John Anik is saying it could be a 10-8 round. 10-8 round with the 2 knockdowns. So it's possible. They were in rapid succession, though. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's still part of the one sequence.
Right.
But, oh, man, don't get a doctor stoppage at 30 seconds left. So right now we're stopped for an eye poke. So there's less than a minute left.
He's not supposed to be telling him how much time is left.
So, okay, so I'll tell you what's happening. There was an exchange. Kamaru Oozman reaches out, eye pokes Colby Covington. So right now we're held. They just restarted the fight from the eye poke. So there's 27 seconds left in the fight. Colby's got to fight with reckless abandon at this point. Like he's not going to win this fight. So 15 seconds left. They're just kind of circling right now, throwing a little jab. There's no Kamaru throws a 1-2 and a kick. Colby comes back with a left. None of these punches are landing. 2 seconds left. 1. Fight's over. All right. So it really wasn't that close.
What? They hugged it out?
They're hugging it out.
Oh, I'm happy to see that, man.
They're hugging it out in the center of the ring. They're talking to each other. Okay, so now
Dan Mergliata's
like, come on, guys, break it up. Go to your corners. So, all right, we're gonna see the results of this fight.
Not the barn burner I was expecting, but it was a good fight.
Good technical fight. So, yeah, I think that they did definitely showed respect there. Damn, both Colby and Canelo won. I don't think Colby won this fight. I don't think you're gonna get a tie, my man. I'm sorry. Oh, there you go. Kamaru Oozman, yeah, I think Kamaru's gonna come back with this win. Maybe 4-1, maybe 5-0. I think 4-1.
4-1 easily.
Yeah, 49-46 is what I'm predicting. So, great fight. So we're just watching we're watching just the highlights at this point. Thank you, Randy. Thank you so much. Hey, support our podcast. We're Combat Sports Talk. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, look for Combat Sports Talk. Like and subscribe our show. We would love to have the support.
Catch our live shows on Facebook and as well as YouTube.
Yeah, we're on YouTube, Facebook, live shows. We typically record on Sunday nights around 9 o'clock.
And
Very often your pay-per-views as well.
Yeah, we try to do the pay-per-views as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, if I get this right, I'm 5 for 5. Perfect. Here. I'm waiting. I got something for you.
Don't blow his head up anymore.
Ooh, I got something for you. All right, here's the announcement. So 3-2, 3-2, and 4-1. And still, Kamaru Oozman wins by unanimous decision. There you have it. And so what does that make me? Perfect. That's for you guys. All right. Hey, thanks for supporting us. Thanks for joining. Ulfric, thank you so much. All right. So, Kamaru Oozman's comments. Don't need the swagger. Just talk. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us the whole night. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So Kamaru's speaking. So Kamaru Oozman is talking about how much he respects Colby Covington after surviving 10 rounds with him. So Kamaru Oozman is expressing his respect. Yeah, and that's what you want, right? If you want it to be hotly contested, and then at the end, there's a level of respect. This is a sport. This is not a street fight. Yeah, if you're going to find somebody in the street, you're going to fight them, and you're fighting life and death, yeah, you can hate them every step of the way back home. But this is a competition. This is to see who's the better trained, who's the more skilled fighter. After that is over, shake hands, be a good sport, show the respect, and then walk away. And that's what Kamaru Oozman and Colby Covington have done. And I think that's a great example of what we should see in sport, especially a sport like this one, where promo talk and trash talk is part of the game. Mm-hmm. All right. Yep, there we go. So, I don't know what's going on in this freaking gym where we're broadcasting.
I think he was speaking in his native tongue.
Yeah,
speaking in Nigerian.
Said a few things in Nigerian. I think he's Yoruba.
Okay.
So it's not Igbo like Kelechi. So Colby Covington speaking now. So Colby's showing some respect, saying that Kamaru had a better night. So he says he's just getting started, expressing his thanks. So he's saying, I love you all. Fly, Eagles, fly, dude. Fly, Eagles, fly. We're in Dallas. We're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But I am a Philadelphia Eagle fan since I was 12 years old. Let's see here. What fight did we think was the fight of the night? Oh, I got to give it to Justin Gaichi and Michael Chandler. That fight, first fight right out, it was amazing. All right, who's next for each? I think the winner of
Leon and Masvidal.
I think Leon Edwards should be next for Kamaru Oozman, but he's got to beat Masvidal.
if Leon Edwards doesn't beat Masvidal, I don't think you get Masvidal again. So I think you start looking at Gilbert Burns. Return it to Gilbert Burns. Vicente Luque, actually. Not Gilbert Burns, Vicente Luque. Yeah. So if Leon Edwards beats Masvidal, then it's Oozman Edwards. But if Edwards does not, then I think it's Oozman Luque. For Colby Covington, I think I would love to see Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal. Like, everybody wants to see that fight.
I would like to see that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see that fight. I mean, they talk so much trash against each other. Let's see that fight. So that's what I would want to see. There we go. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. Woo! That's right. That's right. We got us a Eagle fan club here in Dallas too. I don't get to go and hang out with the birds, but I do. I have been known to wear green around these Dallas parts. All right, let's wrap up this.
Top of the night, Michael Chandler and who was it?
Justin Gaichi.
Justin Gaichi pulls it out.
Man, it was touch and go at the very beginning, right? Yeah. It looked like Michael Chandler was going to land that right hand.
That was a good fight.
Excellent fight.
Next fight was Shane Burgos and
Billy Quarantino.
That was a great fight too, man.
Absolutely. Quarantino came out real fast, but at the end of the day, Shane Burgos did enough to win.
And honestly, Billy showed a lot of heart in that fight.
100%. 100%.
Third fight up on the night.
It was Frankie Edgar versus Marlon Cheeto Vera.
Cheeto Vera pulls it out. Frankie started out looking good, and then he kind of wilted away later on.
But at the end of the day, you had that front kick to the face, and it might have been stopped early.
I think so.
I felt like he should have given him a little time to see what he could do.
Then, of course, we had
Rose Thug No Hair Namajunas
versus Weili Zhang.
I thought Weili was going to win that fight.
That was a good fight. I don't know how you thought that, but okay.
No, I'm just saying, I picked Rose Namajunas to win, but based upon what I saw, I thought Rose was down 3-0. Third round was very close, and so clearly they gave Rose that third round. Two judges gave Rose the third round. Oh, no, one judge gave her the third round. The other one was 4-1, which was crazy.
Yeah. And then finally, to cap it off, end of the night,
Colby Covington versus Kamaru Oozman.
It wasn't the fight that I was expecting.
Yeah, I was expecting
it wasn't
the barn burner.
as good as number one, but it's still a great fight.
Still a great fight. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. First of all, sending a shout out, a thank you to Title Boxing Allen.
So once again, folks, come out, check them out. They're located at 503 West McDermott in Suite 100, ladies and gentlemen. And again, it's November. They got the Black Friday deals going on as well as some membership specials. So come out and check them out. Again, ask for Anna, ask for Nicole, ask for Sean. There's also Brandon here. Who else do we have here from Title? We got quite a few folks. They're literally at the front desk right now taking memberships, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Absolutely for us, if you want to support us, wherever you get your podcast, look for Combat Sports Talk. We do this every single week. We're talking about it. We'll be talking about it tomorrow on the show. And, so please do support us. Check us out, combatsportstalk.com. We're on Instagram. We're on every single social media. We are everywhere. And I just want to say thank you to George G Money Stallworth for, joining us to, and being my co-host tonight and sticking with us the whole fight long.
I tried.
All right. So on behalf of George G Money Stallworth, my name is Ryan Smith, reminding you to keep your hands up, your chin tucked, and throw bombs. We'll catch you next time.